Yo, what's up? What's up? Sup? As Suszuha always said. Oh, it's not detecting my. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, give me a second. It's not detecting my controller here. Yeah, so we were left off at when what the hell? Ah, okay. Yeah, I know what happened now. Just give me a second real quick. Yeah, anyway, so we were left at that we changed the timeline with a email instead of brain leaping this time, and then we are supposedly send Suszuha back so that you know her time machine didn't broke and all that, and yeah, so like last session was pretty heavy. So we sent an email back then to change the past so that my character won't interrupt himself from my character won't try to keep Suszuha to stay here so that she can go back and get the computer for us. And this is all for Mayuri. So what it means is we sacrifice our memories with Suszuha, except for mine, of course. I'm the only one that remembers. And yeah, sacrifice everything Suszuha will learn in the future, including like, you know, who is her father and all that. And yeah, so like, you know, a lot of sacrifice to save Mayuri. Let's see how it turns out. When we time travel, when it happened, the numbers in the cinematic, the number changed, so I assume that, you know, the timeline did change, and this is not all for Wayne. Yeah, so the world shatters into geometric shapes that expand and contract like rubber toys. Light gathers between my eyes. Stars explode behind my eyelids. Gradually, color returns to the world. I wait for the vertical to pass. Cold sweat oozes from my temples. Pressing my fist against them, I slowly force the air out of my lungs. Has the world line changed? I head to the lounge in order to check the divergence meter. It's gone. Okay, yeah, because it never happened, right? Suszuha never gave it to him. I checked the meter a few minutes ago, just before the world line changed. Now it is nowhere to be found. I quickly realized what has happened. Suszuha gave me the meter after we stopped her from leaving. My D-mail undid those events. Of course the meter isn't here. A surge of regret seizes my heart. I clench my teeth and endure it as best as I can. If nobody else remembers, then I alone will keep these memories of Suszuha alive. Well, yeah, I look around the room. Mayuri and Kurizu are on the sofa, dozing on each other's shoulders. Taru, oblivious to the vulnerable high school girls behind him, is playing an eroge on his computer. That's a fucking weird thing to say, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, what else? I take a deep breath and turn on the TV. I flip to a news channel. The world line should have changed. I erased the time we spent with Suszuha. That should have allowed her to live till 1975 without losing her memories, and the IBM 500 should be in our hands now. We can use it to hack CERN and erase the data they intercepted from us. Without that information, Moika's men won't attack the lab. Mayuri won't have to die. That's how it should be. That's how it has to be. Otherwise, why did I sacrifice Suszuha's dream? The quickest way to confirm the change would be to check any delays in Akihabara Station. Taru, is the Yamanote line stopped? Huh? I don't think so. Check online. Wait, I'm at the best part. Please. Taru sighs and calls up the train information. Doesn't look stopped. Thanks. The world line has changed. Cool, finally, oh my god. Which means that our IBM 500 should be in the development room. I head back there to search for it. I don't think it is, man. But contrary to my expectations, I can't find it anywhere. What's going on? I look at my watch. It's 7:43 p.m. Moika's men attack at... what time again? My heart is pounding like a drum. That email was supposed to fix everything. The trains are moving as scheduled, which means that Moika's men aren't about to attack. So why does it feel like nothing is fixed at all? The IBM 500's absence is extremely disturbing. I want to sit down and think about where it could have gone, but a voice in my head is screaming that there is no time. I need to calm down. It's hard to think straight after everything that's happened. I checked my watch again, 7:46 p.m. Images from the assault flashed through my mind. Mildly bleeding to death on the floor. The smell of gunpowder in the air. I frantically shake the visions out of my head. I look towards the lab entrance. The door has yet to be kicked in by a team of hitmen. I swallow hard, petrified with terror. Please, don't let anything happen. It's past 9. I peek at the street through the window. Nobody's there. Are you waiting for someone? Okalin, you keep looking out the window. Daru is right. I've probably looked out the window 20 times in the past hours. And not a suspicious figure in sight. Moika's men still haven't appeared. The raid was before 8, if I remember correctly. I think it is safe to say that my changes to the past have prevented it from occurring. Suszuha's sacrifice was not in vain. Cool. I let out a deep breath. I'm sweaty and disgusting. It's like my anxiety has pushed all the sweat out of my body. Mairi and Kuritsu. The two girls woke up from their nap about half an hour ago. Now they're eating cup noodles. What? Wait, did you just say my name correctly? Cool. Kuritsu looks at me in astonishment. It's like she can't believe her ears. When you're done eating, go home. It's late, so I'll go with you. Okay, dokie. I don't need an escort from you. I can get back by myself. Just listen. Daru, you too. Oh, me too? The train lines running through Akihabara are operating normally. There is no bomb scare and no sign of Moika or her men. Kuritsu is taking the Sobu line to the next station, Ochanomizu, while Daru is going to the opposite way to Shin-Koiwa. Mari and I are taking the Yamanote line to Ikebukuro, so we part at the station's ticket gate. There are surprisingly few passengers on the train. I guess most of the salarymen are off for the Obon holiday. Mari is playing a handheld game, the Lionel Kakeru action RPG. On the screen, her character is battling a gigantic Upa. I stand beside her and gaze at her profile, lost in thought. It is the night of the 13th, and Mayuri is still alive. Finally. How many times have I watched her die? How many times have I tasted that despair? No matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't save this ditzy childhood friend of mine from death. She died again and again, right before my eyes. But now she's alive, standing beside me, playing a game. This is why I sacrificed our memories with Suszuha. It was the only way. I'm sorry, Suszuha. And thank you. Suszuha no longer exists in this time, but I hope my feelings will reach her all the same. Actually, come to think of it, why can't I tell her in person? Where in Akiba could the 54-year-old Suszuha be? I'll try asking Tennoji tomorrow. He probably knows Suszuha on this world line too. I wonder if Suszuha remembers me. Hey, Okalin. Mari suddenly lifts her head. She looks at me hesitantly. Her cheeks are slightly pink. What? Come on, Okarin. Mayushi gets nervous when you stare at her like that. Did I make you get a game over? Yeah. Sorry about that. I apologize, but keep looking at her. Instead of starting a new game, Mari looks at me with concern. There's something different about you today, Okarin. Really? Yeah. What's wrong? I remind myself that Mari is more perceptive than she seems. Yeah, tell her everything, man. Tell her all the stories. Man. She proved that when she figured out that Taru was Suszuha's father. I don't want to worry her too much. I want Mayuri to smile her usual ditzy smile without a care in the world. After all, it is over now. She is safe. You know that. Nothing's wrong. I wasn't looking at you just now. I was devising new ways to bring chaos to the world. Really? You seem kind of tired. A mad scientist is never tired. The mighty grey cells of my 117 IQ brain are always performing calculations, day and night. Oh, but you should still take a break every now and then. Please, Okarin. For me? Having said that, Mari returns to her game. I feel cold stares all around me, but I don't care at all. Mari is here with me, doing everyday Mayuri things, ordinary things. Everything is going back to normal. Yesterday was my first time home in a while, so I slept like a log in my comfortable bed. Cool. It could be because of my mental exhaustion, but that was my best night's sleep in a while. GG. For me, she says, Okabe is becoming so nice. Well, before heading up to the lab, I stop and stare at the Brontier workshop. The familiar mountain bike is gone. Suszuha liked it so much, she insisted on bringing it with her to 1975. The workshop door opens and out comes Mr. Braun, rubbing his eyes sleepily. Okabe, you've got free time. How about a job? As a special offer, I'll hire you for 1 CRT a month. You're so sad. 1 CRT a month? So for 1 month's work, I get an old television? Hell no. When did Suszuha quit again? Wait, what? Suszuha? Who the hell is that? Wait, what? What? Was her existence erased completely? No way, right? But that's impossible. I ain't got time to remember the name of some lazy part-timer who quit after just 10 days. Damn you and your misleading words. So Suszuha did work here. The evidence of Suszuha's sojourn in 2010 still remains on this world line. And I thought I finally had some help for a change. That's what I hate about you damn kids. No dedication. I bet she lied about liking CRTs too. Got me good. Well, it's so sad he didn't get to experience the the tank top Suszuha. I think I forgot what she was wearing underneath. Tennoji shrugs his shoulders, annoyed. Naturally, he doesn't know about Suzuha's true identity. Does the name Hashida Suzu ring a bell? At this, Tennoji's eyes go wide. Cool. Haven't heard that name in a long time. You know her? Wait, how did she figure out then? How did she figure out her last name is Hashida? Eh? Knew her? So now it's been 10 years already, huh? 10 years? 10 years since what? No, I don't want to know the answer. Tennoji has a faraway look in his eyes, as if he's gazing into the past. She really helped me out. What are you talking about? Her? Why are you talking about her in past tense? She didn't have any relatives. Not that I knew of. I wish I could have been with her at the end. At the end. There's only one thing that can mean. Even though the world line changed, Suszuha didn't survive to the year 2010. To tell you the truth though, she looked peaceful when I found her. Peaceful? She didn't commit suicide? Suicide? Who the hell told you that? Suzu-san will say. Don't believe any old thing you hear. Cool. She was sick. Sickness killed her. I shouldn't feel good about that. But I guess you could say it's better than what happened before the world line changed. That's what I tell myself anyway. I think it's better, I guess. At least she didn't suffer. So, how did you know Suzu-san? She helped me out too. A long time ago. I was hoping to see her again. Yeah. I'm living in her old house now. When I come pay respects at the altar. Cool. And not without a moment's hesitation. Tennoji closes the up shop and we head off towards his house. From Chodori, we head towards the station. I scan the Akiba's scenery as we walk. Moe stores are still nowhere to be found on this world line. After a little hesitation, I look up at Radican. It's gone. The satellite has vanished. All that's left is the hole it made when it arrived in this time. When did the satellite disappear? Oh, about 5 days ago. You never know what's gonna happen, huh? Which means Suszuha left before it rained. Like Tennoji said, his house is closer than expected. We take the train to the next station, Okachimachi, and then walk about 5 minutes to a quiet residential area. This old one-story house is where Suszuha once lived. Oh, the mountain bike is here. How did I guess like he can't notice because you know he lived with this for so long, right? I walk up to the front of the house and there I see a familiar sight. Suszuha's bicycle. For a moment I can see her there, squatting beside the bicycle. But the mountain bike Suszuha rode to the Bronze workshop was shiny and new. Now it is old and covered in rust. Suzu-san loved that old thing. Even when she couldn't ride it anymore, she'd still polish it every week. It's been sitting there for 10 years. Couldn't throw it away. I've maintained it best I could, but I guess nothing lasts forever. I gently put my hand on the seat. It's warm from sitting out in the sun. I suppose that for the few days Suszuha was in Akiba, this bicycle existed in two places at the same time. Cool. How is that possible though? The house isn't as messy inside as I expected, considering the state of the Bronze workshop. Cool. I guess that chipmunk keeps the place clean. A wave of nausea hits me as I recall what Naya did at the Ochanomizu station. But I tell myself that was just an accident. Besides, that incident has already been undone. Tennoji Naya has done nothing wrong. Next to the living room is a child's room. There's a child's study desk and a red backpack on the floor. Naya isn't here. Which reminds me, Tennoji's daughter visits the workshop often. But not once have I seen his wife. He couldn't have married Suszuha, could he? No, right? I mean, she should have been a lot older than him when they met. But as they say, love knows no bounds. I wonder what really happened. I don't know how I'd feel if those two were married. That would make Daru's Tennoji's father-in-law. Oh my god, that's so fucked up. I don't think so. Actually, that would be kind of interesting. No, that's fucked up, man. I turned to the Buddhist altar to pay my respects to Suszuha. There's no picture of her, so there's no way to know what Hashida Suzu looked like at the age of 44. I make an offering of incense to her, then look around the house again. This is the house Suszuha lived in after leaping to 1975. When Suzu-san and I first met, we were neighbors. For some reason, Tennoji offers me a beer. Okay. When I decline, he shakes his head and starts drinking it himself. Nice. I was born and raised in Europe, you know. Wow. No wonder you have such a non-Japanese face and a Jack Humor t-shirt. Huh? Is that a joke? Got a problem? I'll have you know my English and French are perfect. Cool. He really doesn't look like someone who lived abroad. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. My parents died about 15 years ago. That's when I came back to Japan. Or I guess I should say I came to Japan for the first time. Suzu-san was living alone next door. She looked after me when I had nowhere else to turn. Alright, now is my chance. If I'm gonna ask, it's now or never. And you got married? Huh? Married? To Suzu-san? You high? Phew. I knew she'd never marry a guy like him. I know it. She's a pretty stoic lady. Didn't have much of a social life. Well, she's not in the time. But she treated me well. Yeah, because she knew you, man. My house burned down about 1 year after I moved here. It was my smoking that caused the fire, so I deserved it. But still, yeah. After I had lost everything, she let me come live here with her. Cool. That's not all. The Ohiyama building, where the workshops at, that was originally Suzu-san's property. Eh? She sold it to me for cheap. It is thanks to her that the Bronze workshop exists. You could say she saved my life. For once I asked her why she treated me so well. It wasn't like we were related or anything. GG WTF, man. What, you're at what part? What part? Europe? But she just smiled and said, we all depend on someone's kindness at some point in our lives. When the time comes, you pass the gift along. Ay, fuck, man. Yeah, I know what that means. Fire. Oh, yeah, pretty WTF moment there. But you know, I'm glad he become like a nicer person now. She was kinda mysterious. She seemed to know exactly how things were gonna happen, like a prophet. Well, Suszuha. I'm glad Suszuha had him. Well, that's the only friend, right?唉. That was probably her way of repaying Tennoji for looking after her, even if it was just for 10 days.唉. And so it came full circle. It's a small world, huh? Never thought I'd met someone else who knew her. Oh right. Wait here a second. A sec. Tennoji goes into the child's room next door, then returns and places an object on the table. Huh? It's Suzuha's divergence meter. Before the world line changed, it was in the lab. But on this world line, Suszuha brought the meter with her to 1975. It's been in this house for 35 years. The tubes read 0.409431. Yeah, so this is different from last time. Last time it's 0.33 something. So that means we changed the timeline. Divergence has changed, just like Suszuha said. This proves that my magic eye, reading Steiner, does indeed allow me to perceive changes to the world line. But what does 0.409431% mean? I recall what Suszuha said. When the meter reads over 1%, you've made it to the beta world line. Does that mean I'm still on the alpha world line? Do you know what that number means? Cause I sure don't. All I know is it hasn't changed a bit these 10 years. But you know, when Suszuha was on her deathbed, she used to stare at that meters for hours. Eh? She used to stare at the meter, talking to herself. Is this the old number? The new number? Did it work? Did it change? Eh? Oh, She's trying to save her future, not her future, her past, our future. Stuff like that. Day in and out, day in and day out. It hurt to watch. I touched the device. Suszuha. In my heart, I reach out to the girl who died 10 years ago. To the girl who will be born 7 years from now. To the girl who crossed time to save the future. Suszuha. Thanks to you, Mayuri is safe. Divergence has changed. But we haven't yet reached your ultimate goal. 1% divergence. Once that is achieved, the future you dreamed of will become a reality. I will carry your fight, Suszuha. I promise. I realize that I am crying. Tennoji stares at me for a moment, then puts his giant hand on my shoulder. I thought she would left the IBM 500 in her home or something, you know. Apparently not. Apparently, like, it's just not her destiny to get an IBM 500. Oh, Karin! Mari comes out of the ticket gate and walks up to me with an unhurried stride. I didn't think you'd come all the way to the station to pick me up. Mayushi is surprised. I wouldn't want my hostage to get away. Yeah, me neither. So, Mayushi is really happy. I don't quite understand, but whatever. Mari flashes a carefree smile, then walks ahead of me without almost skipping. So, what's in the bag? Mr. Brown gave it to me. It's a device that can measure the divergence of world lines. Wow, that sounds amazing. What's a world line? I smile really. Riley. Mari, you really are a dummy. What am I doing? After I left Tennoji's house, I called Mari to ask when she would arrive in Akiba. Then I went to the station to pick her up. Oh, anxiety still smolders in my heart. We managed to survive yesterday, but that doesn't guarantee our safety forever. It is entirely possible for Moeka to attack now, on the afternoon of 14th. Maybe I'm being overprotective, but I still can't shake the image of Mayuri's death from my mind. I don't ever want to go through that again. Just a thought, Mayuri. But don't you think maybe you should stop coming to Akiba for a while? At least until Komimame ends. No response. I look to the side. Mayuri! Panicked, I scan the area and catch sight of her wandering towards a newly opened shaved ice stand. That tits! Can't you tell how worried I am? So, you're the devoted type, huh? Gozu is glaring at me with an iced coffee in her hand. We are in the lab, which appears to have become her second home. Cool. What's that supposed to mean? I'm sitting at the computer, searching for intel on the IBM 500. I still don't know where it is. I went to Yellow Shrine this morning, but alas, it wasn't there. Suszuha promised to get one for us somehow, a gift to us from 1975. Without it, we can't hack into CERN's database. meaning we can't achieve divergence over 1%. All of a sudden, you are treating Mayuri like a princess. Today, you went to station to meet her. You taste tested her lunch, and then you held her hand all the way to the lab. Okarin really loves Mayushi. Cool. Tell Koritsu, man. Fuck's sake. Did she have to tell Koritsu of all people? Mari looks so carefree as she stuffs her cheeks with takoyaki. I'm pretty sure she's smiling not because of my love, but because of the takoyaki's deliciousness. Typical Mayuri. But seriously, did you have to tell Koritsu? That's cute. So, what's the deal? I don't follow. Are you a couple or what? I've been meaning to ask. Do we look like a couple? Huh? Just what sort of delusions does this girl have? You know, Okarin and Mayushi have been friends since we were little. Don't talk with your mouth full. So, you're not a couple? Oh well, of course. No one would willingly date Okabe after all. Well, you will. You disappoint me, Christina. Huh? What are you talking about? You have finally revealed your true nature. I saw how your eyes lit up at the first hint of romance. You are nothing but a filthy mainstream girl. I bet you like to eat chocolate with your girlfriends and giggle about the latest celebrity love affair. Absurd! This lab has no need of the puppies and flowers in your head. It feels strange to be spewing this Chunibyo nonsense again after what I've been through. Cool. Wow, my character really grew a lot. Damn, son. God, is my innocence lost forever? What the hell are you on about, you self-proclaimed mad scientist Chunibyo nutcase? It's been a long time since I argued with Koritsu like this too. The thought brings a sudden pang of loneliness. After failing to save Mayuri, I sought help from this genius girl. Even though her words were at times harsh, she supported and encouraged me to the end. Aww. But now all of that has vanished along with the time we spent with Suszuha. Thank you for your help, Koritsu. I silently give her my sincere gratitude. Cool. Damn. I don't know how it feels, man. I finished typing on the X68000's keyboard and sighed. Then turned to the divergence meter sitting on the shelf. The display reads 0.4%. What does that mean? The universe is like this piece of yarn. Countless possible world lines exist side by side, branching out to infinity. When the meter reads over 1%, you've made it to the beta world line. If you escape the alpha attractor field and reach the beta world line, then the result will change. Reach 1% divergence, and you save Shiina Mayuri. Then, does that mean I haven't saved her? Divergence is still less than 1%. Is the world still converging on Mayuri's death? It can't be. It can't be. I mean, nothing happened yesterday. Well, it could happen any other day, man. You're just delaying it. Mayuri is here, safe and sound. So nothing will happen to her. It won't. Stop lying to yourself, man. I want to believe that, but the doubt within my heart is still growing, thick and black. I can hardly think about anything else now. No matter how hard I stare at it, the number on the meter doesn't change a digit. So far, reading Steiner has only activated after we send past changing emails. What about when I time leap? The vertigo I feel when I time leap might be caused by reading Steiner, or maybe it's just a side effect of the memory transfer. It is impossible to know. In any case, I've prepared for the worst. I've already set the time leap machine's timer to send my memories 3 hours to the past. And with Daru's help, I found a remote for the 42-inch CRT downstairs. Our previous phone wave, name subject to change experiments, made a hole in the floor. Instead of fixing the hole, I made it bigger. The 42-inch CRT is right under the hole. So if I point to the remote at the hole and press the power button, the TV turns on. Bruh, nice. Now, should things go wrong, I can time leap at a moment's notice. Bruh. Man, he's so like paranoid and stuff now. It's kinda sad. And I also have the future gadget, number 4, Mold Snake, on hand, in case of emergency. Okabe! Kuretsu enters the development room. Didn't you say we weren't going to experiment with the time leap machine? This is just in case. In case what? Tell her, man. I don't want to answer that. I keep praying that my fears will not be realized. It's okay. Everything will be okay. They didn't attack yesterday, so they won't attack today. At the very least, we've changed Mayuri's fate. Okay, if I'm not wrong, the only thing he did is actually not like sharing the result of the time machine, right? But if somehow, let's say maybe Kuretsu is like, oh, we need to share this out. When that happens, they will attack. I think that's why they attack. And to be honest, we are delaying it. Like it has to happen, right? And time machine will happen. Like will happen, but whether it's just whether when, you know. So it will still happen. But still, I can't help but pray. Please let Mayuri to be safe. Please don't let anything happen. My prayers go unanswered. What? How? What? So fast? The door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. I recognize them, the rounders. They aim their gun at us. I freeze. Despair seizes my heart. So fast! Oh my god, I was just saying it. I don't know how long more this game is. I don't know, man. My worst fears have come true. It's happening exactly the same as before. Only this time Suszuha isn't here to save us. Hands in the air. Nobody move. Even the dark-skinned man's words are the same. Eventually, the unpleasant clack of heels echoes down the hallway. Moeka-san? Suszuha isn't here to help. It's fine because we had the controller now, so we can turn the CRT from upstairs. We don't need Suszuha's help anymore. But it's good that Suszuha showed us, you know. We are taking the time machine. I suppressed my terror and grabbed Mayuri's arm. Don't move! The crew cut man says something he hasn't before. Makise Kurisu, Okabe Rintaro, Hashida Itaru. The three of you, you come with us. You cannot resist. Come with us. Oh yeah, Suszuha have to pin them down, right? Shit. That's a problem. You have nowhere to run. We have men stationed throughout Akihabara. What do I do? Should I use my concealed mode snake right now? Use it and then time leap? But Mayuri hasn't been killed yet. There's still a chance she might not be killed on this world line. Admiral, he's gonna time leap again, for fuck's sake. I know that. Hey you! The crew cut man points his gun at me. My heartbeat jumps up. Cold sweat breaks out all over my body. Poor guy. I said hands in the air. I've only raised my left. What are you hiding? I have to use it. Yeah. I swallow my fear and activate the mole snake. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. The rounders won't be able to aim through this. I have to leap while it lasts. I grab Mayuri's hand and fumble through the smoke towards the development room. Shoot them! I hear the sound of guns firing wildly behind me. Suddenly Mayuri's arm gets heavy. I trip forward and land on my face. Mayu! Cool, nice. Our hands were separated in the fall. I grope around and soon find her slender hand. Okay. Mayuri's feeble whisper reaches my ears. Was she hit? The rounder's blind spot hit Mayuri? It hurts. Does Mayuri die again, for fuck's sake? She does. Mayuri's voice quickly fades away. Strength drains from her fingers. Mayuri! Come on! Get out! But Mayuri doesn't answer. I'm sorry, Mayuri. He should just go, WTF. Yeah, but like, you know, the death, like he don't want to see the death anymore, so that's why he's acting like this. Like it traumatizes him, you know. Once again, I failed to save you. I thought I'd succeeded, but I was wrong. I hear my teeth grinding in my head. Stop! Stop! Don't shoot me! I hear Kuritsu and Daru screaming as the gunfire continues. Ugh! A sharp pain flares at the top of my head. What? I press down with my hand. It comes away soaked with blood. Oh fuck. Don't you fucking die, man. You are the only one who can save this, you know. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It feels like someone took a saw to my skull. My ears are ringing. I stumble. I can't stand up straight. I need to get to the time leap machine. I squeeze Mayuri's limp hand one last time, then crawl to the development room, fumble for the headgear, and put it on. I point the remote at the hole and press the power button. The TV turns on downstairs. I can hear people laughing on the screen. Target A, Target C secured. Run, Okabe, run! Shit! I clench my fist in frustration. The time leap machine is already activated. The discharge phenomenon is starting. The floor begins to shake. GGG, I know that. Once again, I leap to the past. Yeah, you have to tell Kuritsu, man. I told you to tell Kuritsu. The world collapses and then reforms. Once again, I feel that odd numbness behind my eyes. The pain at the top of my head is gone. I wipe the sweat off my brow and look around. The pain is not like a memory, so it doesn't transfer, huh? That's nice. I can't see mold snake's vapor anymore. The air is clear. Kuritsu is reading a western book like usual. Mari is playing a handheld game while eating a banana. Daru isn't here. I recall he said he was going out somewhere. I quickly swallow my words. Okarin? You want a banana too? When I wave my hand no, Mari tilts her head queasily, then goes back to her game. I sink into the sofa and close my eyes. Somehow I resist the urge to scream in frustration. I have to think. I erased our memories with Suszuha. I changed the world line, but it wasn't enough. The divergence meter still reads 0.4%. How do I get that above 1%? Wait, if I try to solve the problem alone, it will just end up the same way. Finally, oh my god, man. Yes, please do it, man. I need to consult Kuritsu. Kuritsu, come with me a second. I lead her out of the lab. We sit on the bench in front of the building. Suszuha's bicycle is still absent. What is it? You don't normally say my name normally. Kuritsu frowns at her own words. That came out weird. Please, help me. Now this is a shock. I never thought I'd hear those words from you. Do you have a fever? I have an email from Mari. Where are you going? Okarin, where are you going? A date with Chris-chan? I'm jealous. Our relationship is purely professional. She's my assistant, nothing more. I'm jealous. Jealous? You wanna go out on a date with me? Let's send this. Since I mean this timeline will go away anyway, so I'll just send it for the sake of it. No jokes. I seriously need your help. You time leap, didn't you? I'm not. How much do you know? How much do I know about what? She don't know anything. How about Suszuha being John Titor? Wow, that's a fucking huge bomb to drop in the first sentence, man. Huh? Kuritsu gives me a blank stare. It never even occurred to me. When we prevented Suszuha from leaving on the August 9th, she ended up staying until August 13th. But that outcome was changed by my last email. What happened during those 4 days on this roll line? Have you finished the time leap machine? What are you talking about? I finished it yesterday after an all-nighter, remember? When did you leave from? 8 PM tonight. It looks like I'll have to explain everything all over again. Why? Took so long to explain. Receiving email. Mari. Date! I wanna go on a date. Would you rather go to Sambo or Kitchen Zero? Hehe. Sure, Mari, sure. Mari wants to go on a date with me. I told her about Mari's many deaths and about what happened with Suszuha and Moika. I also gave a summary of what Suszuha told me about the structure of the universe. Koizu does not appear to doubt my story. So basically, you win if you get the IBM 500 back. Koizu sums out what I told her. This is just a guess. But maybe you should look at what Amane-san said from the opposite angle. I think the critical change takes place when you get the IBM 500 and erase the data in CERN's database. That instant is most likely when you achieve divergence over 1%. The problem is where the IBM 500 is now. You've already found it once, that is, if your memories are real. If you can get back to that world line where you first obtained it, then isn't it bound to return to you? Wow. But is that possible? I see. You're right. Oh yeah. I can intercept my D-mail just like I did with Suszuha's one. The IBM 500 was at the lab, and then suddenly it suddenly disappeared. You threw a fit about that earlier. I remember thinking, oh god, Okabe's finally lost his ability to distinguish fantasy from reality. You are such a wannabe American. What do you mean, oh god? Oh, I get it. Chris Chan is a Christian. Bruh. So this looks at me in disdain as soon as those words leave my lips. That's terrible. I regret it too. Nice. This is no time for puns. So Christina, let me see if I understand what you are saying. The changes we made to the world line, namely, all of the emails we've sent, must be reversed. That will return us to the world line where I found the IBM 500 at Yanabara Shrine. From what I've experienced so far, I am confident that the IBM 500's disappearance from the lab wasn't due to theft. After all, I was sleeping at the lab, and whenever I wasn't around, another labman was. The lab was occupied every hour of the day. It would have been impossible for someone to steal that heavy computer without anyone noticing. It makes more sense to assume that a D-mail caused us to diverge from the world line where I found the IBM 500 in the Shrine. It's still a hypothesis. I only came to that conclusion based on your explanation. If you are mistaking your facts, deceiving me, or shooting off delusions, then this hypothesis will fail. The assistant of mine has no confidence in me at all. You can't just blindly follow this hypothesis either. You may have a safety net, but if you get careless and leave yourself without a way out, then you'll never get another chance to save Mayuri. I know that. I asked Suszuha's opinion too if she were here, but on this world line she traveled to 1975 on the night of August 9th. There's no way I can speak to her now. Why did the IBM 500 disappear? Which of the emails caused its disappearance? It was definitely Moika's one, right? Figure that out, and you're well on your way to finding the solution. What I don't understand is how we delayed the timing of Mayuri's death exactly 24 hours. True, that is interesting. Maybe it is related to the change in divergence. It could be the butterfly effect. If that's the case, any trivial change could produce a significant deviant result. Anyway, it is impossible to act with discretion. Don't do anything careless. Your death, Okabe, is the worst thing that could possibly happen. I agree. You are probably the only person who can remember previous world lines. If you die, then consider my early death for good. Don't die, okay? Well, you're not worried about me, are you? What? What? Don't be ridiculous. Why should I care? I'm not worried about you, okay? Don't get the wrong idea. I just don't want to lose a valuable test subject. That's all. Yeah. That brain of yours has accumulated memories spanning world lines and time leaps. It's a precious sample that can rewrite the history of neuroscience. I want to map your brain and find out just what's going on in there. In other words, your time leaping helps me too. After all, the time leap machine is the fruit of my research, so to speak, and I... Calm down. Koitsu turns away with a sour expression. This assistance of mine can be difficult sometimes. Anyway, I consider her hypothesis. In order to return to the world line where I found the IBM 500 at Delolo Shrine, we need to cancel all the emails we sent so far. The theory is sound, and I've got nothing else to go on. I checked the clock. It is 6:42 p.m. Only 1 hour until Moika's raid. I decide to time leap once more, to the afternoon of the 30th, just before the time leap machine is completed. Christina, I'm going to give this plan of yours a shot. Oh, great. I take Koitsu's hand and grasp it firmly. Oh, you've been a great help. Sorry for the trouble. Don't apologize, dummy. It's confusing. and besides, I don't even remember helping you before. How are you going to take responsibility for this? Why is she getting mad at me? I just don't understand her. You understand soon. I'm sure you will. I wish I could remember too. Then I'd always have something to rub your nose in. You really have an awful personality. You're one to talk. Bruh. With that, I leap 24 hours into the past. Cool. Time leap complete. I am standing in the lab as usual. My brain feels like it's been pinched. I endure the pain as I check my watch. It is 1:47 p.m. Koitsu is almost done with the time leap machine, and Maori is almost done with Lukako's costume. They should both be done in about 10 minutes. I leave the lab and sit on a bench in front of the Bronte workshop. Let's go over the plan. Cancel all the emails that have changed the past so far. Of course, that includes the emails sent by people other than me. Specifically, I'm only concerned with the emails that triggered reading Steiners. We sent several of them as experiments. For example, Operation Earth Stage 2, the Lotto 6 experiment, involved one such email. But the real problem is what other people sent. Mari and Koitsu haven't sent any emails. Daru sent his past self a strategy to win the Ferris Cup, but reading Steiner didn't activate, so divergence must have not changed. That leaves 3 emails to deal with, those sent by Moika, Lukaku, and Ferris. The most problematic is the one Ferris sent, which is also the most recent. I have no idea what it said, so I don't know how to cancel it. Ferris's email caused a dramatic change to Akiba. All of the Moe stores disappeared. That is my only hint. But the IBM 500 disappeared before the Ferris mailman, so it doesn't matter. I'm the only one who remembers how things were before the change, so I won't get an answer from Ferris, even if I ask her directly. But still, I have to at least try. I should get in touch with her. First, let's try contacting her by phone or mail. Meeting face to face would be the best, but May Queen doesn't exist on this world line, meaning I'd have to go to that high-class apartment complex. I should try contacting Ferris first. I decide to call her. The ringtone echoes in my ears. It's not connecting. Damn! I step the end button and open up my mailbox. I'll write Ferris a mail. Please respond. It is Okabe. It is urgent. Contact me. There's no time. Just give it to her straight. I send it. Afterwards, I sit and stare at the screen, waiting. I've already tried sending 3 mails and calling 4 or 5 times. But 30 minutes pass without a single response. Sending 3 mails and 4. Wow. What mails did I send? Ferris, please pick up or email me back. We need to talk ASAP. It's urgent. Where are you now? It's Kogape. Kyoma, please answer. I arrive at the tall apartment building soaked in sweat. I've been running an awful lot lately. It's made me realize how out of shape I am. I wish I worked out more. This complex has an automatic lock, so I have to call out from the lobby intercom. I enter the number for Ferris' apartment, and a man's calm voice soon replies. May I ask who's you calling? Judging by the voice, it is not Ferris' dad, but her butler. My name is Okabe. I'd like to speak with Ferris. Lumiho-san. I regret to inform you that the young mistress is currently out. Then where is she now? I'm afraid I cannot answer that. You may be someone with whom she does not wish to interact. I've been here before, remember? Of course, sir. However, I still cannot disclose the location of the young mistress. Please contact her directly. He's obviously trying to end the conversation, so I panic to get the last word in. Please wait. I've been trying to get in touch with Ferris, but she's not returning my calls or emails. What happened? I fell asleep. Oh, what's the last thing you remember? Then please try again some other time. Yeah. Frustrated by this new turn of events, my anger threatens to boil over. Damn inflexible geezer. I leave the lobby. May Queen plus Nyan Square doesn't exist on this world line. Ferris isn't responding to my calls or email either. Where could she be? Underneath the incandescent hot heat of the sun, I suddenly get an idea. Daru, if anyone knows where Ferris is, it would be that stalker of hers. Nice. Yo, Okarin? Can't remember. Maori died again, you remember that, right? So I leap back to the past, and then I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do. And then I told Kuritsu everything. So even Suszuha, like, you know, all the Maori's death and all that. And then Kuritsu said, what we have to do is to, Kuritsu said the trick to win this is to get the IBM 500 right. So what we need to do is cancel all the emails we had until we get back to the world line where I had the IBM 500. So this is what we are doing. So we went back in time. Now we are at the 30th, and then now I'm trying to cancel Ferris' email. But the thing is, I don't know what Ferris' email is. The email is. So I need to figure out how to intercept her message. Yeah, that's how it is. But I just realized, right? The IBM 500 disappeared before Ferris sent the email. So it actually doesn't matter at all whatever the email Ferris sent. So we actually can just skip this part, to be honest. But you know, my character doesn't know. So we are doing this now. Yeah, Okarin. Also, how do we cancel the email? Remember how I canceled Suszuha's email? It's something along like that, I guess. But this my character is thinking. I don't think my character is thinking this in the right way, because my character is trying to send it to the person before the person before send the email. Oh fuck. I realize it doesn't make sense. Okay, so the receiver of the email will receive the email the first time to prevent their death or something, and then will receive the future me email and cancel that previous email. That's what my character is trying to do. But I realize like it's harder to change people's mind, right? So what I should do is actually send it to myself. Then I'm like, don't let this person use the email. Yeah, then that's all right. That's all it should be, right? Should be so much easier than to like intercept other people, because I know what I would believe, right? Of course, me would believe in future me, right? Yeah, that's what I meant. By the way, we can't find Ferris, so that's why we are like running all around, calling Daru now. It's awfully noisy on the other end of the phone. But I don't care about that. Daru, do you happen to know where Ferris is right now? Ferris done? Oh, understand. Cool. I need to talk to her right now. Right now? That's not gonna happen. Just tell me where she is. You keep tabs on her all the times, don't you? I know where she is, sure. Where is she? In the UPX assembly hall. UPX? I look up. I'm standing right in front of UPX. Why the assembly hall? Today is the finals of the Linet ABGC. Linet ABGC? Short for Linet Access Battlers Grand Championship, though. It is the finals, man. Ferris is participating. Ferris Tan was the winner of this year's Winter GC, so she's defending champion, just so you know. She's in the finals. I'm here too, spectating. The match has already started, man. So that's why I'm headed there now. What for? Do you have a ticket? No, but I'll manage. I don't know, man. Security is pretty tight. Someone posted threats on Ad Channel. Pretty sure you're not getting in. Then you come out. I'm in front of the UPX. Can you lend me your ticket? No way. You end at 4. So can't you just wait until then? Hey, Daru! That inflexible bastard. Looks like I don't have a choice. All I can do is wait like Daru suggested. At 4, tons of people spill out of the building. They're mostly parents with children, but there are also men and women in their 20s and 30s. Seems like a wide customer base. Some people are dressed in cosplay, and others are carrying a lined goods and paper bags. They are the ones you'd expect to be here. Maybe I should try calling Ferris again. The match should be over. Why won't she pick up? My frustration peaks. I tell myself to calm down, but it doesn't work. One obstacle after another. I'm on the verge of losing it. I pace back and forth as I watch the exiting crowd. I tried calling Daru again, but now even he is not answering. Looks like I don't have a choice. Excuse me. I approached several men gathered near the UPX entrance. They've got tattered leather jackets and excessive silver accessories. Not the sort of people I usually hang out with. Do you know where Linet champion Ferris-san is? Wow. Ugh. What? They suddenly give me a dangerous look. Linet champion Ferris-san? You guys hear that? The man tosses a grin to other members of his posse. Snobby, unpleasant laughter resounds. I struggle to suppress my anger. If you know, then please tell me. Now the main man directs his grin towards me. What? You're a friend of the former champ? Cool. Man who seems to whisper to Gaia to shine more. What? Shine more? I don't get it. Former champ? While I'm puzzling this out, the man suddenly steps right up in my face. Something smashes into my forehead. Stars explode behind my eyes. Bruh. I fall onto my back. It's hot above my brow, as if a branding iron was pressed to it. But that quickly fades to a dull throbbing. I finally realized that nutcase headbutted me. What the hell? Why would he do that? Did I do something to this guy? Or is he a Ferris hater? I stagger to my feet. The man stoops to pick up his hat, which fell off when he headbutted me. That's when I see it. Right on top of his head, there is a small space devoid of hair. There's no way I could miss it. A bald spot. Sorry, but you asked for it. It made my dirty heart ache to hear you call that pussy a champion. Get it? Don't you ever call that disgusting cat girl a champion to my face again. Well, they made a fucking art for this guy, but not for 54-year-old Suszuha. Fuck's sake. Who the fuck is this guy anyway? Not unless you want your body and soul frozen by yours truly, the king of the streets, the one and only Black Absolute Zero, 4 Celsius. Whatever. What the hell is this guy talking about? He's obviously living in his own stupid world. Ah, do you see the mirror, man? The name is 4 degrees Celsius. That's Shido. You get me? I'm the strongest and coolest Rhinonator to ever rule the streets of Akiba. Nobody comes close. Nobody. Did you know? Dry ice is cold. It burns. That's not a burn, it's a frostbite. What? When I point out the scientific truth, the man with a bald spot and his lackeys get pissed. This doesn't look good. I don't have time to get into a fight. I decide to stage a tactical retreat. Afterwards, I go to the assembly hall and ask the staff about Ferris. No luck. When I try calling Daru again, he says maybe she went home already in a bummed out voice. I return to Ferris' apartment building and ring the intercom again. The butler responds once more. May I ask who is calling? It's Okabe. Has Rumiho-san returned? Just a moment. It sounds like she's home. The intercom goes silent for a while, and then the door automatic lock opens, allowing me inside the elevator hall. Please come out, sir. The young mistress will see you now. I give him my thanks and hurry into the elevator. The butler guides me into the bedroom where Ferris is sitting on the sofa, hugging her knees. She doesn't look up, even when I approached. Ferris, finally, there is something I need to ask you. She looks exhausted, like all the life has been drained out of her. I've never seen Ferris like this. What happened? You look down. This can't be happening, Nyan. Why did Ferris have to lose? Nyan. If only those guys hadn't used underhanded tricks on me. Nyan. They ganged up on Ferris. I even promised Papa I'd win. He's probably disappointed in me, Nya. I'm too ashamed to show my face, Nya. What's she saying? No wait, I think I get it. I recall what happened after Ferris' final match in the Linet Championship. That leather-clad asshole called her former champ. I guess that means she lost, and that's why she's depressed. I feel bad for Ferris, but I don't have time to deal with this. Listen, Ferris. Ferris blinks her eyes repeatedly when I grab her by the shoulders, but her eyes are glazed and empty of light. A couple of days ago, you used the time machine we invented to send a D-mail. Do you remember that? Yeah. I knew it was useless, but I had to ask. Ferris doesn't remember. In fact, from her perspective, it never happened. How do I explain? Let's say, for example, there used to be a tons of stores for anime otaku here in Akiba. And let's say you used a time machine and changed the Akiba into the electric town it is today. How would you do it? I know it's really a cryptic question, but I can't think of a better way. Time machine. Don't you think about using it again, then? Ferris murmurs with a blank expression on her face. Time machine. She repeats the same phrase. Ferris's eyes gradually regain their brightness. And then, all at once, Kyoma. She presses up against me. What? Why? What? She smells good. Ugh. Ferris's cat ears tickle my nose. I go sniff, not knowing what to do about these sudden turns of events. Well, Ferris looks up at me. She looks so desperate. I feel my heart pound faster. Is it a real time machine? Nya? You wanna use it, right? Yeah, it's real. Ferris stares at me even more intensely, like she is trying to see inside my soul. WTF, I know, right? I believe in you, Nya. Just when I get the feeling she believes me way too easily, she suddenly starts clutching her head. I'm about to remember, Nya. What is this moment, man? I don't understand it. Huh? Ferris remembers using the time machine, Nya. That's impossible, right? What? Really? Ferris got on the time machine and it went zoom and... What? But you didn't write anything. You sent a demo to the past. Nya, that's it. Nya, I'm starting to remember more and more, Nya. Ferris then holds her head and looks at me with tears in her eyes. My head hurts. Nya. What's going on here? Aiya. Does Ferris have reading Steiner too? You can't tell, man. He's playing you, man. Stop wasting the time. I don't know. I need to find out, but how? This is a bit gross. I know, right? It's so unnecessary. I will have no problem sacrificing her. Like, it won't be as heavy as Suszuha. It won't be heavy at all, to be honest. Calm down, I need to think. Should I contact Kuritsu? Or should I... Kyoma. Ferris continues to cling to me. And all I could do is hold her warm, soft, slender body in my arms. I need to make her remember somehow. My brains are turning to mush. Nya. Hang in there. Is there anything I can do? If I win, I might remember, Nya. Hey, this girl, man. Win? Win what? She's fucking selfish as fuck, you know, like, even the first time, right? She promised us to find the IBM 500. Now I'm thinking she actually, like, didn't try to find it at all, you know, like she just fucking fuck us around, you know, like, she used the time machine and then just dumb us, you know. Fucking. Today's match, Nya. Against the viral attackers, Nya. I only lost because of their underhanded tricks, Nya. And now, my head is all mushy, so I can't remember anything, Nya. Please, Kyoma. I think that if I win the match, I'll remember everything, Nya. So please, Nyan, let me use the time machine. By the way, this isn't an egg, right? An act? What do you mean, Nyang? Oh, I don't care about fairies. I know, right? Me too. She's just so extra, you know? Like, she doesn't contribute anything to the story, to be honest. Other than the fact that the first time she told me where the IBM 500 is. Don't tell me she just wants to use the time machine to win her Lionette top match. Considering her personality, that is actually pretty likely. After all, this is the girl who twists men around her finger. You're awful, Nia. Oh yeah. And then Ferris starts crying into my chest. Even though Ferris is trying her bestest to remember for you, you call me a liar. It hurts, Nyan. No, I'm sorry. She's a spoiled brat. Tears emerged from the corners of her eyes. I have no idea what to do in this situation. Judging by her tears, I don't think she's lying. Really, man? Can't you tell, man? Remember the first time, man? Oh my god. But there's really no basis to the theory that she'll remember if she wins the Lionette tournament. Please, Nya. Ferris whispers into my ear. Help Ferris win. Nya. Immediately afterward, I feel something warm and wet on my earlobe. Ferris brushes her teeth against my ear, sending electricity through my body, my entire body. She's suspicious all the time. Wait! I get it, okay? I quickly pull away from Ferris. That was dangerous. I almost exploded. Okay, Ferris. You do it your way. No, please don't do it her way. For you, I know, right? Yeah. I need you to remember. Whatever it takes. Stop you. I know, right? Fuck this girl, man. Ferris tries to throw her arms around me, but I quickly evade. Her face dives into the sofa awkwardly. Yeah. Why did you dodge, nah? You are being way too familiar. This is what she does to her dad. We don't know that. Maybe though. I'm not good at dealing with Ferris. She's using me here, I'm sure. Glad you know. I'm being tricked, aren't I? I shake my head. Even so, I have no choice but to help her win the tournament. No, you have. Don't try her. I'll try anything that could possibly yield the results. As long as I keep doing that, I'll find a solution eventually. I have to believe that. I'm going to live to this morning and give you some advice that will allow you to win. How's that? You are not sending a mail, Nyan? Our lab has developed a device for time leaping, or sending your consciousness to the past. Awesome! So it's like new game plus Nyan. Yeah, that's it. Don't play along. Whatever you do, don't play along. So if Nyan Ferris uses it to go back to this morning, it will solve everything, Nyan. You can't. Nyan? Why not, Nyan? Don't tell her you, alright? It's fine, cause I'm using it anyway, so like, she won't remember. I can't let anyone else uses the time leap machine. Not fair, Okyoma, Nyan. It's not something to be used lightly. It's dangerous. It has yet to fail once so far, but my luck might not last forever. Suszuha lost her memory after traveling in a broken time machine. Her time machine was different, of course, but something similar could happen with the time leap machine. Considering the time leap machine's low budget and rushed schedule, it wouldn't be surprising if it broke somehow. And she's not on her phone all the time. That's the problem. And there's one more thing. I shouldn't allow anyone else to change the past. My goal is to return to the world line with the IBM 500, then use it to escape from the alpha attractor field. The fewer changes made, the better. I'll be the one responsible for changing the past. Trust me, Ferris. Okay, Nyang. Whatever, man, you don't need to do that, to be honest. I already told you the solution, man. I wish he could have figured it out, you know. I brace my wobbling feet. As my vision recovers, I check the clock. It is 10:38 a.m. The time leap was successful. According to Ferris, she lost the match due to cleverly concealed interference from the opposing team. Ferris told me how to counter that. Her plan. Blink Ferris sunglasses and earplugs before the match. Nyan. Then I can ignore the distractions and win for sure. Nyan. I wonder if she's right. Now is not the time to doubt. Ferris said she would arrive at the assembly hall around 12. I head to UPX, making sure to buy sunglasses and earplugs on the way. You don't need to help her, man. There's no difference. There's still half an hour before the tournament begins, but there's already a line outside of UPX. I didn't think there would be so many participants since it is already the finals, but it turns out there's another tournament for the general public at the same time. The opening act, so to speak. The participants enter the hall through a different entrance than the spectators. I'm at the participant entrance, waiting for Ferris to make her appearance. After about 15 minutes, Ferris appears. She lives right next door to UPX, so she's got a lot of leeway time-wise. She's got her cat ears and her maid uniform on. It feels strange to see her wearing that uniform despite May Queen not existing on this world line. Ferris's eyes open wide when she sees me. Kyoma, what are you doing here, Nya? I waited here because I wanted to see you. Huh, Nya? Are you confessing your love for me? I don't know what to do if you confess right before such an important match, Nya. Don't be ridiculous. Why would I confess to you? You're awfully serious today, Nya. Usually you play along more, Nya. I don't have time to be hoeing Kyoma now. I'm nervous about the finals, so I want to lift my spirits, Nyan. She doesn't look nervous. Please listen to me, Ferris. This is important for your victory. Important? But you don't even know the rules of Linet, Nya. It's not about the rules or anything like that. Then what is it, Nya? She peers at me with questioning eyes. I'd better give her the goods before I screw this up. Take this with you. I try handing over the sunglasses and earplugs I bought on the way here. But Ferris pulls back as if on guard. Kyoma, that's lame, Nya. How rude. You are supposed to bring nicer presents, like... It's not presents. These are countermeasures. Nya? Listen good. I came from the future. I know, Nya. What? She knows? How? No, she doesn't know. Why? And Ferris came from space, Nya. Don't forget, this is Ferris Nyan we are dealing with. I'm not joking around here. I seriously leave here from 6 this evening. I know the outcome of today's Linet GC final. Don't tell me. Overwhelming victory for Felice. No. You lose. Nyang. Felice frowns. But that's only because of the opposing team's interference. So to protect you, I brought you these sunglasses and earplugs. Desperately try to convince her, but Felice just hangs her head, making it hard to read her expression. Are you listening? I grab Felice's slender shoulders. She's shaking. Felice? Kill my you meaning? What now? And then she suddenly explodes. This is a very important match for Felice, nya. How dare you say I lose, nya? You're being mean. Are you a viral attacker spy, nya? No. It wasn't your fault you lost, yes. Nya, not listening. Fuck this girl, man. Fuck this girl, man. After a swift kick to my shin, Felice turns her back to me in a huff. Damn you, cat girl, for once in your life. Listen to me. Wait, I said wait. I need you to win, no matter what. Like I said, there's no way I can lose. Nah. And I don't wanna hear those. I don't know wear those ugly glasses. Nah. Felice needs to be cute at every moment. My fans are counting on me. Nah. Just dump her, man. You don't even need to change this email, to be honest. Crap, she's getting angry at me now. Felice shakes me off and runs to the participant entrance. I'm not a participant, so if she makes it inside, that's the end of it. Please hear me out! Bearing the pain in my shin. What's shin? Is it crouch? I force my way in front of Felice and stand in her way. Felice, please. Marley's life depends on it. Someone come here, Nyan! Help me, Nyan! Felice suddenly starts shouting. She grabs the attention of the surrounding participants and spectators. Even staff members are gathering. Crap, I can't talk about time machines and O'Malley's life with this much attention around us. But unless I can get Felice to listen to me, there's no way I can undo her D-mail. You don't need to undo her D-mail, man, that's the problem. You don't change shit if you undo her D-mail. What should I do? You seem to have an awful time on your hands, eh, champion? That smug voice. A tall man dressed entirely in black walks up to us with a grin on his face. Whenever he takes a step, all of his silver accessories jingle. He dramatically takes off his sunglasses, revealing the face of the guy who gave me trouble before. If I'm not mistaken, he called himself 4 Celsius degree or something like that. Stooping down onto the street, I am the Black Peacock of the Lionette Third Realm. The name is 4 degree Celsius. That's Shido, you get me? I'm the leader of the viral attackers. The viral attackers. The viral attackers? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's right. They're Felice's opponents in this match. They're trying to start a fight now. This is a guy who headbutts people out of nowhere. Maori though. This morning I couldn't find Pockety. I almost started crying. The sound of his taking calms me down. If I lost it, it would be a big shocked. I don't know how I apologized to Granny. I was so relieved to find Pockety safe and sound. Are you talking about your pocket watch? I thought I told you to stop with that weird naming scheme of yours. Be careful, the secret ability of yours, unlimited clockworks, is a double-edged sword. You used to take naps on your grandmother's lap, didn't you? What? Yeah, whatever, I'll reply that. What's the match? 4 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's her name. That's his name, right? It's so fucking stupid. What's the match? It's the Lionel fucking game tournament or something that Ferris is trying to win. And he seems to hate Ferris for some reason. Seriously, you disappoint me, champion. You flirt with the system, but that's just noise to my heart. And yet here you are, before the match, soaking in the corrupted love of that worthless man. You put on the airs of a Siamese cat, but with this duel today, I'll dye that white fur of yours jet black. Gaia has thus whispered that the black cat is the sign of disaster. My black radiance shall outshine your shadow, ushering in a new generation of Lynette. Women are already slaves to the living rock mine that is myself. Whatever, man, you fuck, man. Damn, this guy can talk, though I have no idea what he's saying. Ferris seems to think the same thing. Why is everyone getting in Ferris' way, yeah? I can't hear myself think, yeah. With that said, she quickly tries to enter the hall, but I grab her hand to detain her. Ferris, I told you to wait! Pause off! I'm begging you, please, listen to what I'm saying. Hey, don't you dare disregard the man closest to the truth of Steins. Well, this is none of your business, go away. The hell you say? Don't you know I am the black nobleman of the Lynette realm? Oh my god, this guy is so fucking annoying. Weren't you the black peacock of the Lynette realm? Get your story straight. Oh my god, Rintaro, you're one to say, man. I'm the black peacock nobleman, cause black is the symbol of Lynette. The promotional poster all have a blue and white motif. It doesn't look like black is the image color to me. Oh, I get it. You just like to say black. You think you're so smart. I'm gonna dye that pussy black before the duel even starts. 4 degrees Celsius approaches with an angry look on his face. But I am the one who should be angry. Maori's life hangs in the balance. Ferris isn't cooperating either. Can't believe this is happening. How can I get this guy to go away? After a moment's consideration, I decided to face him as Hoin Kyoma. You know what will happen if you touch me? Dry ice burns. That's frostbite, you idiot. What? I'm telling you to stop messing with Ferris. Save your bullshit for someone who cares. I hear giggles from all around. They're laughing at you, you corrupt pussy lemon. Be right back, okay? What the hell is a lemon? I think not. They're laughing at you, you pathetic peacock with a bald spot on your head. What? How do you know about my untouchable black spot? I've never told anyone about it. For the 4 degrees Celsius face turns red. Elementary 4 degrees Celsius. I'm an insane mad scientist and a traveler through time. Nothing escapes the sight of Hoin Kyoma. The name is Shido, not 4 degrees Celsius. Now you've gone too far. For the sin of insulting my ultra cool badass name, I'll summon you to my garden. The Black Hell. Just you wait. Whatever. He puts on his sunglasses and leaves. Consider this payback for the headbutt. How did you know about 4 degrees Celsius weak point, Nyan? Nobody's ever seen it. Haven't you been listening? I came from the future. So please, Ferris, take this stuff. Just hold on to it, okay? But there is no way Ferris can lose, Nyan. You are stronger than them, no question. But you hurt him just now. They are obviously not gonna play fair. They'll do anything it takes to win, even if it breaks the Lineator code. If you say so. Looks like my desperation paid off. Ferris reluctantly accepts the 2 items I present to her. Of course, she doesn't take them out of the bag. I'm just going to hold on to them. That's okay, Nyan? Yeah. Just make sure you have them with you on the stage. I promise you'll need them. Sooner or later, she won't have a choice. The theme song of Linet Kakeru plays through the hall, signaling the start of the finals. There's a kind of majesty to the scene. The tension of the crowd peaks as its voltage reaches a climax. Thanks for waiting, everybody. The finals are about to begin, and we'll see once and for all who is the Linet Access Battlers Grand Champion. These 2 teams are about to clash. First up, defending the champion, our queen, the Moe-made cat. Ferris! Nyan! Nyan! Bruh. Ferris makes her entrance to the thunderous cheering. She smiles brightly and waves to the audience. She really is like a queen. I noticed she's not wearing the sunglasses I gave her. And now, the challengers. Like a comet, they suddenly appear, blazing across the starry sky. The dark horse, nay, dark peacock of the Linet world. This is their very first tournament, but despite various troubles, including no-show opponents, they have made it to the finals. They are the Black Absolute Zero, Maori, lap pillow. Granny kept Pockety in the pocket of her apron. So I go sleep hearing that sound. I think that's why Pockety sound makes me calm. Cool. But she's calm all the time, to be honest. The viral attackers! Whatever, man. It's so fucking cringe. The viral attackers consist of 4 degrees Celsius and some short guy with the same black leather fetish. They look like a couple of punks straight out of Ikebukuro. I sit in stupefied awe as the excitement around me builds. Daru taps me on the shoulder. You gotta cheer for Ferris Town too. Yeah. Oblivious to my anxiety, Daru starts jumping and waving his hands in the air. Ferris Town! I love you, Ferris! Moe Moe! Cameras flash as everyone tries to get a picture of the cat girl. But drug addict? Drug addict? That guy looks like drug addict? I think so too. I'm gonna give you my best, everyone, so cheer for me, yeah. The speakers carry her cute, cheerful voice to every corner of the hall. Apparently, they gave microphones to both teams so that they could talk to the audience. Service shot, nyan. Ferris puts on an impeached smile and turns to the audience in a sexy pose. Whoa! The entire hall shakes with the audience outroar. Ferris' popularity is overwhelming. There he is! Yes, Ferris, it's me! Marry me! You won't marry her. Taro has totally lost it. I wonder if Ferris will be alright. Judging from her enthusiasm, it certainly looks like she will be fine. Once the cheering dies down, I speak to Daru. How come there are two viral attackers, but Ferris is all alone? Whoa, you don't even know about that? I'm not familiar with the rules of line-net access battlers. I had Daru explain them before the final started, but he only covered the basics. In this tournament, duels take place between two main teams. But since there's nobody strong enough to be Ferris' duo partner, she goes alone. Two heads obviously better than one, but Ferris can win despite her handicap. That's why I love her. These viral attackers, what sort of team are they? I don't know the details, but apparently they are a pretty aggressive team. But other than that, there's a bunch of suspicious rumors about them. They've got a lot of followers, you see, and apparently they don't mind using those followers to interfere with their opponents during duels. About half the teams they faced in the championships were no-shows. And that's not all. Apparently, they even go around beating up otaku in Akiba and Ikebukuro. Long story short, Linetters really hate them. Then why haven't they been disqualified? Because there's no evidence. Linetters are mostly kids and otaku. Just a little intimidation from some guys in the black, and they climb out. The viral attackers. Ferris told me their interference cost her the game. But as long as she's got the sunglasses and earplugs I gave her, she should be able to win. And if she wins, she might be able to recall the contents of the email she sent. At least that's what she said. But that's what she said. Don't believe her, man. What the fuck? I need Ferris to win. Maori's life depends on it. I'm counting on you, Ferris. Ferris rises to the stage, heralded by thunderous cheers. And naturally, on the other side is 4 degrees Celsius. They face off across the circuit mat. How do teams work exactly? You can discuss with your partner what moves to make. It is harder for the opponent to predict what you are going to do. So basically the partner just plays a support role. Well, there is nothing to worry about. Ferris-tan can beat the daylights out of these punks in the blink of an eye. Are both teams ready? The referee gathers Ferris and the two virals for a coin toss to decide who takes the first turn. And now, for Line-net Access Battlers Grand Championship Finals. Instantly silence falls on the assembly hall. Everyone holds their breath in anticipation. Dual access! The referee's shout signals the start of the game. The room erupts in cheers. First up is Ferris. The huge monitor hanging from the ceiling displays the circuit map, the thing that looks like a chessboard. The cards glitter and sparkle in the stage lights. All cards on the board are face down, but each player are allowed to pick at his own or her own card. The cameras are oriented in a way that the audience can't see what cards they have. According to Daru, Lionel Access Battlers is a game of psychological warfare. It is all about figuring out where your opponent has placed his cards. Each player starts with 4 link cards and 4 virus cards, for a total of 8 cards face down on the board. The victory conditions are a little complex, but ensure you win if you take 4 of your opponent's link cards, or if you make your opponent take 4 of your virus cards. The game starts with each player trying to figure out how the other has placed his or her cards. Knowing your opponent's layout lets you shift the game to your advantage. That's why it's important to be careful what moves you make, whether you are attacking or defending. Your duo partners is there to make it harder for your opponent to read your thoughts. I watch as the duel between Ferris and the virus attackers unfolds before my eyes. Every time a link card or virus card is revealed, waves of excitement ripple through the audience. I'm starting to understand just how amazing Ferris must be to become champion all by herself. Audience is on the edge of their seats. As best as I can tell, it looks like the virus attackers are, true to their name, on the attack. What sort of strategy does Ferris use? I guess you could say she's a slow starter. She spends the first half focusing on reading her opponent's cards. She plays it safe. And instead, she waits until the endgame for a sudden reversal. That's probably how she'll play it this time too. But on contrary to direct exposition, Ferris charges into the enemy territory with a card equipped with a skill called Line Boost. Undaunted, the Virals meet her attack head-on, countering her with their own Line Boost equipped card. Oddly enough, Ferris makes the first move. She waits for the Virals to overextend themselves, then snatches one of their cards using her Line Boost equipped card. No, what's it gonna be? You won't know if the card she took was a link card or a virus card until she opens it. The card Ferris snatched is... No way! What happened? I can't believe it. She took a virus card. She almost never goes on offensive. Maybe the virals are enough of a threat to warrant a change in strategy. Poof. Looks like our pussy champ here is frightened by the heavy rock wings of the black peacock. Your fear is showing. Whatever. I can see your cowardly pussy shielding with these fallen angel eyes of mine. Whatever. This little strategy change of yours is an obvious fake. My elegant evil heart whispers so. I've done my research. You never go on the offensive. You are the cautious thinking type. I know all about your little mind tricks. You can't fool me. That card you attacked with just now is a virus card. No doubt. You think I'll take the bait, don't you? This black noble set off a red alarm in your heart, awakening your wild survival instincts, and that's why you suddenly change your strategy. But it's too late for that now. Such inelegant tricks as that have not a chance to stain our blackness. Whatever, man. For we are the viral attackers, the Black Justice, the usurpers of Lionel, the rebellion against this fickle sanctuary. Oh, it's so annoying, man. Even more annoying than my character. He sure can talk. And I still have no idea what he's saying. I hate those guys. Ferris was radiant when she greeted the audience, but now her cheer and luster have evaporated in the face of 4 degrees Celsius taunts. Well, you gotta admit, pressuring your opponent is an important part of Linet. If you shake your opponent out, their reaction might help you figure out their card layout. This game sounds pretty hardcore. To tell you the truth, Lineage is more popular with adults than kids. Even the anime is like that. It is marketed towards kids, but the story is going down pretty hard route. And Kirari-chan's sexy! Like a K pervert. Only 3 minutes have passed since the start of the duel, and Fairy is already frowning. She is also fidgeting in her seat as if there is something bothering her. A laser! Oh, what? Look, near her eyes, there's a red dot. It appears in short intervals, so it is difficult to spot. But there's definitely a laser shining at Fairy's eyes. Seriously? Daru stares at her eyes for a few seconds, then shakes his head. I can't tell, but if you're right, Okarin, then someone in the audience is trying to sabotage her. Damn those virals! Why doesn't the referee stop them? They must be timing it so that the referee doesn't see. The audience is huge. It's impossible to tell where the laser beam is coming from. There could be multiple lasers, for all I know. Now I get it. This is why Ferris asked me to bring her sunglasses before I time leaped. Put on the damn sunglasses, Ferris! Alas, my telepathic message doesn't reach her. I clench my teeth and stand up. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to find whoever is doing this and stop them. But how are you going to find them in this crowd? I know Daru and begin wading through the sea of spectators in search of my target. Meanwhile, the game is still proceeding. Ferris takes the card she uses for her first attack. Why didn't she put on the glasses, man? It's so dumb, oh my god. And instead, sending it back to enemy territory for another attack, puts it back for fire defense. The Virus responds by unleashing a massive assault on her line. They equip the card with Line Boost, which allows it to move it twice. And then unequip it. Then they equip the Line Boost with another card and move that. It looks like their strategy to attack in waves. They even seem willing to make sacrifices to a certain extent. And of course, the Virus are most likely attacking with a mix of line cards and virus cards. Did she win? I fell asleep. She hasn't yet. So dumb. I'm so done with this shit, you know. In order to surround all the fairies, are forced to capture some of their cards in retaliation. Each of the virus cards is tricked into taking puts her at even more of an advantage. Ferris looks very unsettled by the 4 degrees Celsius unpleasant smile. The laser attackers must be really getting to her well. Fucking gave her the stuff and she didn't fucking use it. So fucking dumb. And finally she makes a careless move that truly seems desperate. Disbelief spreads through the hall. I guess I'll continue to sleep. Sure. Hey. Looks like this fucking cat got scared of my elegant evil charisma aura and lose her cool heart. Who would have thought the champion would make such an amateurish move? Amateurish? I was too busy searching for the viral underlying the audience to pay attention to the match, but this new turn of events causes me to look up to the monitor. Ferris has moved one of pieces to the other attacker side of the entrance to viral attacker server. But the virals must have used their viral tracker's card. Because Ferris' card is faced up, it's a virus card. Every card you send into the enemy server is added to the total. Normally, you try to get the link cards through, as that brings you closer to victory. However, you are not required to review any cards you successfully send into an enemy server. So although it hurts you, your point total, you technically can send virus card into your enemy server. But for some strange reason, Fairy is trying to send a review virus card into her enemy server. Even if it gets through, she won't be fooling anyone. Moreover, Fairy has already taken 3 virus cards. One more she will lose, so she can't send that card through even if she wants to. So what exactly she's trying to accomplish? Is she really that distracted by the laser beam? Allow this elegant evil storyteller 4 degrees Celsius to make a jet black proclamation. In just a few minutes, you'll be demoted to a former champion. Fuck, this guy is so fucking annoying, man. Oh my god. Somewhere in the audience echoes 4 degrees Celsius vulgar laughter. So that's where his underlings are. I push my way through the audience in the direction of the laughter. The rest of the audience starts booing. I guess most Lineters really do hate the virus. But Ferris herself doesn't respond to 4 degrees Celsius taunts. She just bites her lip and closes her eyes. Come on, just put on the sunglasses! This cute thing's only policy of hers is going to cost her the match. Or maybe it's impossible to prevent Ferris from losing. Maybe convergence will bring about the same result, just as Maori is doomed to die no matter what I change. The audience gasps. The viral have snatched a link card from Ferris. Now they have a total of 2 link cards, and 3 Ferris losing. But just then I catch a sight of a few guys dressed in all black. One of them is suspiciously aiming a pen-shaped object at the stage. It's him. I grab his wrist. Who are you? This is as far as you go. I won't let you interfere with Ferris' match. Why you? Move. Or I shoot. Move, and I shoot. You? I thrust something into his side. It's future gadget number 1, the pit particle gun. I remember how this bluff worked with Moeka on a previous roll line, so I bought it just in case. The man freezes. I guess he didn't expect to be held at gunpoint at a children's card game event. Taking advantage of his surprise, I snatched the laser pointer out of his hand, then disappeared back into the crowd. The punk starts shouting, but gives out when he can't find me. Good, that takes care of the laser. Now Ferris can focus on the game. A scream goes up from the audience. 4 degrees Celsius has snatched another one of Ferris' link cards. That's the 3rd one. The virus needs just 1 more to win. Too weak, pussy. But it's your fault for flirting with the system in that getup of yours. Save that vomit-inducing fashion sense for your bedroom mirror. All your fans are just otakus who wanna do you. Does it really make you that happy to have a fan base filled with people like that? Ferris still doesn't respond. She hasn't said a word since the match started. I got rid of the interference, so Ferris should come out with a reversal any second now. I stare at her, praying for a miracle. And when I do, Ferris once again turns her face away, as if trying to avoid something. What? Is it another laser? Hey, champion. They say your eyes can see into a man's soul. They say you have a power to read minds, which makes you a cheater. Evil, my pure, black evil heart can't abide. What, she does? Basically, you ain't human. You're an ugly angel. Cause you peek into the heart of any poor sap who talks to you. Everyone be aware. Keep your distance, or this pussy will steal your every secret by reading your thoughts. And then she'll blackmail you. Hand over your money? Throw your line match? What will you demand next? The audience begins to murmur. If Ferris does have that kind of power, then it's no wonder she's so good at Lynette. My Chunibyo imagination starts to run wild, but I try my best to keep it suppressed. If Ferris really can see through lies, it would explain why she hated the laser beam's attack so much. It will explain why her moves make so little sense in this match. Ferris. Directory. Huh? What's that? I use change directory. Yeah. Change directory is a special card called a terminal card. Once a panic, it allows switch placement once a time switch them. Additionally, if neither of you card was bullet, I will face down. I get it. The change directory the Ferris exchange virus card is surrounded with the card. Maybe should present to. Whatever. A pretty interesting coin. But wait, what? The virus attacker whispers to each other. Once they finish, there is 4 degrees Celsius. Return to the circuit mat with a shit-eating grin on his face. You can't touch my heartstring with a boring move like that. Is that your huge reversal plan? Sorry, but I am the black peacock no woman can resist. The elegant evil new generation of Planeter Down. My cool black brain easily see through your brain. No, that wasn't even a trick. That was a complete blunder, champion. Without a moment's hesitation, 4 degrees Celsius captures the piece Ferris placed next to his server. So annoying. I know, right? Oh my god, I can't wait to get this over with. I still only have 2 virus cards. 1 card ain't enough to clip this jet black wings of mine. But if I take just one more of your link card, then it's the end of Grand Cross for you. I'll come back in a while. Okay. By the way, the card you're protecting is way back in your territory. That's the card you used in the opening. The one you equipped with Rambos at 10. Yes, you're reminding me to take it. As I said, I said it before, there's no way the security card you will send a link card out where it could be captured. In other words, champion, according to my elegant evil skill of deduction, your last link card isn't the one you're guarding. It's the one of the 2 you switched. I don't even have to check. This black pickle size is a regular card. You exchange 1 virus and 1 link. So now I've got to take both, and the victory belongs to us, black noblemen. Wait, is that right? If the guy has a link card, then he wins. But even if the virus cards, it will still be a match point. And then he'll know for sure which card to take for sure. It's going to end without Ferris demonstrating any of power. Card open. And the card displayed on the monitor is a virus card! Is it over? The virus have taken 3 link cards and 3 virus card. Match point. 4 degrees Celsius. Right, it's right. That doesn't even matter. Ferris only has 2 cards left. And 4 degrees Celsius already know which is the link card and which is the virus card. Ferris link card is surrounded by Ferris viral cards. There's nowhere to run. Does it mean Ferris is going to lose? No way. There's gotta be some advice I can give to her. I can't think of anything. The end. The world has died like the closing of this lineage century. 4 degrees Celsius poses as if in ecstasy, with both hands stretched wide and his chin crooked up. His attitude disgusts me. I clench my fist. It looks like I will have no choice but to time it again and force Ferris to wear the sunglasses. Thank you for grace. We, the fire attacker, now raise the curtain to the highest, sexiest new generation. What are you talking about, Nian? Huh? This match isn't over yet. It isn't over yet, Nian. Ferris is back to her usual speech patterns. She even got a fearless smile on her face. That's not the look of a Lineator facing a certain defeat. And then Ferris pulls something out of her ears. Wait, earplugs? Those are the one I gave her this morning. She wore earplugs but not the sunglasses. Why? To catch the opponent unprepared? What dreamy nonsense are you spewing? The match has already won. You're just pouring at the ground. Why don't you check the card you just took from Fairies, nya? What? No way. The card he just took wasn't a link card? No freaking way. In the name of all that is elegant and evil. That is just impossible. That's bullshit. There's no way you shoot yourself in the foot by wasting change direction to switch to virus card. Just tell Owen the card and see for yourself already, nya. 4 degrees Celsius slowly flips over the card he took from Fairies. The entire audience waits for the card to be revealed and then displayed on the monitor. Whoa! Just when we all thought the card was a lane card. Virus card? Huge turnaround! She did it. She really turned defeat to victory. It's like she knew exactly what was going to happen. She was in control of the battle all along. The audience goes wild. Their cheers shakes the hall. We have our winner! Feliz Nyan Nyan! 2-time undefeated champion, congratulations! As the hall rocks with jubilation of the crown, Daru and I clap hands and share in excitement of Feliz victory. With the tournament over, I wait for Feliz outside the hall. I sent Daru home already. I'll have to tell Feliz about Maori soon. I don't want him to hear it. Kyoma! Suddenly, Feliz runs up to me, paying no heed to the curious stares of the crowd. She's still in her maid costumes, and she's carrying 2 bouquets of flowers, which she received from her adoring fans. Congratulations on your victory, Cool. Feliz jumps at me before I can finish. She jumps into my arms, embracing me, and there's a warm feeling against my cheek. A kiss? Was that a kiss? Thanks for everything, meow. Feliz smiles innocently. It's like her entire body is glowing with pure joy. No, I can't have you thanking me like this. I need something else from you. What's that, nya? You mean a kiss isn't enough? So you want to go on a date, nya? Oh no, oh Kyoma, you are so greedy, nya. But you know, Feliz doesn't mind, nya. Feliz puts on an impish smile. I'm glad those earpods I gave you did the trick. So get off, it's too hot. I forcefully pry Feliz's body off me. Everyone is staring at us. I'm so sorry for doubting you, nya. It wouldn't have been such a close game if I just believed you to begin with, nya. Feliz bashfully paws her at her hip. I take that paw of hers and leave the scene. We get to the overpass. Finally lose sight of all the tournament spectators. Feliz, now you listen to what I have to say, right? Yeah? I brought you the sunglasses and earplugs, but I didn't come up with the idea. Really? Yeah? Then who? You did. Feliz looked at me in confusion. To be precise, the 2 hours from now on. The first time, you lost to the viral attackers' underhanded tactics. And then you asked me to use my time machine to stop them. Your time machine? This was a contract, so to speak. You almost remembered the email you sent to change the past, even though you should have forgotten. You said that you remember if you won the Rainet tournament. Nya. Well, do you remember? It's very important, so I need you to try. Feliz stares into my eyes as if she is looking for something. Then she puts a finger against her lips in thought. Finally she smiles. Feliz was probably still pulling your tail, nya. Huh? That fairies was depressed. She lost the vitals, yeah. So when she heard about the time machine, she wanted to use it to win, yeah. Because if she didn't, she'd be too ashamed to see Papa, yeah. I'm sure she just played along with Hyoma, and she said she remembered. That's what I think, yeah. That's probably what fairies would do, yeah. No way. Then I was a fool to trust this cat girl. I should have expected this from how she normally acts. I breathed a deep sigh and leaned on the overpass guardrail. So in the end, all that work was for nothing. That's what I told you, man. You didn't have to do it at all, man. It's so... I still need to fix that. The warped timeline. But I don't know the contents of Ferris' email. Ferris forgot it ever happened. And it isn't something in her sent history. What should I do? Kill Ma. And suddenly Ferris whispers into my ear. Look into Ferris' eyes, nya. What? Just love, nya. Ferris's face is right beside mine. Her breath tickles my ear. We are awfully close. Does she plans to kiss me on the lips this time? But her expression is uncharacteristically serious, so I gulp and do as I'm told. I turn to Ferris and stare down into her eyes. Ferris looks up at me too. If an outsider were to see us, they'd think we were a couple lost in our own world. This is the closest I've ever been to Ferris. I'm captivated by the beauty of her features. Yeah. Wow, her eyelashes are really long. Nervous, yeah? Of course not. I'm busy solving Fermat's last theorem in my head. In other words, you are nervous, yeah? The truth, Ferris has only one power, yeah? Your power? Do you mean? It's a secret, but I'll make an exception for Kyoma. The truth is, Ferris can read people's mind, yeah? I call my power Cheshire Break. What you think, yeah? Awesome, yeah? I'm an exception, but the virals knew about it too, didn't they? I had no idea the cat was out of the bag, nya. I won't deny the existence of a supernatural powers. After all, I have one of my own called reading Steiner. Ever since I was small, I could tell what Papa's business partners were thinking from the looks on their faces, yeah. It's more like intuition or a sixth sense, yeah. Based on eyes movements, facial expressions, and gestures, I can tell when someone is lying, yeah. Cool. Wait, so you've been using that power at Lionel tournaments. So she's just really perceptive person. That's why she can manipulate people like that. Of course, yeah. Ferris is an entertainer, yeah. It's my style to get into a tight spot on purpose, so I can make a huge turnaround, yeah. Besides, if I wear sunglasses, I can't read my opponent's thoughts, yeah. Is that why she didn't put them on? It's because of this power that I knew you weren't lying. But you wouldn't go along with me at all in the beginning though. You just rubbed my fur in the wrong way, yeah. It feels like she's tricking me again. And I can tell you're not lying now either, yeah. Ferris used that email thing to change the past, yeah. I believe you, yeah. I wish I could remember, but I'm sorry, yeah. I can't remember, yeah. I see. We've reached an impasse. I have no choice but to look for some other way. I told you it won't work in the beginning. Huh? Suddenly I feel intense stares on us. I realize that we are surrounded by people. Are they jealous Ferris fans who think I'm her boyfriend? I shudder at the thought, but I don't think that's the case. Then who are they? Moika's rounder? Yeah. Ah, fuck this guy again. A man clad in black steps forward. Oh, it's the sport guy again. You'll see one now. I realize that all men surrounding us are all dressed like 4 degrees Celsius. So are all these guys viral attacker underlings? 4 degrees Celsius, godly white teeth shine. I've got a word with you, champion. Gaia whispered for me to register an objection. Is it over? No, not really, to be honest. Fuck this shit, man. An objection? You damn pussy. The power to read the minds of your opponents? That's bullshit. I know you were cheating. You fucking lost, just get away, man. She wasn't cheating. You are the one who was cheating. Felix doesn't use underhanded tricks like you guys, nya. The hell you say? The black nobleman, swear to the god of the elegant evil realm that I never cheat. Though sometimes I do other things. That means cheat, man. Oh my god, just get away, man. Okay, you corrupted white sesame cat. I ain't gonna accept that defeat. That last change directory was a fraud. You don't have any proof. You seem clueless, so I'll tell you. If I say it's black, it is black. That's the truth of Rainet. This guy came here to make a completely false accusations. It doesn't look like they will take no for an answer. And they've surrounded us so that we can't escape. By the way, your old man is some kind of big shot in Akihabara, isn't he? I bet he pulls strings so he'd let you win. That's what all the hip liners are saying, you know? You're such a scoundrel. You ain't got a bit of elegant ability. You ain't even a white sesame cat. You're a fat ass pig crawling in the mud. Oh my god. I don't know what to decide, you know, like Ferris is more annoying or this guy is more annoying. I think this guy is more annoying, man. Like I am surprised to find someone who is more annoying than Ferris. The crowd grows louder. Beyond the wall of viral henchmen, there are some homebound Linet spectators watching from the distance. The virals start cheering loudly. Seriously, I thought it went way too well. But you're telling me it was rigged? This cat girl is the worst. So that's the kind of person Ferris is, a filthy cheater. That's how it is, champion. No, champion. On your knees, bow before me, the Black Lucifer, 4 degrees Celsius. Rub your head on the ground and beg for mercy, and then forfeit your throne. Do all that, and I swear, Lucifer, to forgive you for your deeds. That's right, turn down your victory, and never come back to Linet access battlers again. Quit Linet, you bitch. Just fly from the surrounding virals. None of the onlookers approach. I guess they don't want to get involved. What a farce. How long do we have to listen to this? Let's go, Ferris. Yeah? I grab Ferris's wrist and force our way through the surrounding virals. As we run for the place, I look back and see. Hold it right there! 4 degrees Celsius and his group are chasing after us. All we can do is run. A phone call? Now? There's no way I can pick up now. I ignore the code and run even faster. Kilma, those guys are still killing us, Nyan. Keep running, just keep running. He's so done. What, who, Okarian? While gasping for oxygen, I pull Ferris by the hand and run faster. We zigzag through the streets of Akiba until we look back to UPX. Ferris' home is right next door. We should have gone there first. My lungs are on fire. My legs are aching. Just run to police station. Kilma, look, nya. Yeah, Okabe. I think he'll be okay. What? Ferris tugs at my sleeve, stopping me. I look at where she's pointing, and there I see several unsavory-looking young men clad in black leather loitering around the apartment building's entrance. Damn, they got there first. They got here first. Just run to police station, man. It's so easy. We can't get in like this, nya. Just get out of here. We try to cut through Yodobashi and head to Showadori, but get caught en route. There they are! Text the location! Damn, how many of them are there? All we can do is turn back. We won't make any progress if we keep running like this. We need to find somewhere we can rest. The lab. We can manage something if we escape there. Don't bring them to your lab, man. We need to get there somehow. Don't bring them to your lab, man. But there are virals loitering all around the lab. There's no way we can get past them. We end up seeking refuge in the ramen shop behind the lab. Another world line, this is May Queen plus Nyan Nyan, where Ferris and Mayuri work as mates. Why are we stopping here, Nya? We need to run! May Queen's second floor now seems to be the storehouse for the ramen shop downstairs. Actually, that might be the perfect place to hide. I take Ferris' hand and run to upstairs. In the empty storeroom are piles of what seem to be bags of flour. Ferris and I hide behind one such pile. I just hope nobody saw us come in. Let's wait here until those assholes give up. I take out my phone and open the composed mail screen. I send Daru an SOS. Ferris and I are hiding above Ramen Tasababuro. It's mostly empty with sacks of wheat flour. Nothing that looks useful as a weapon, but nothing big enough to hide behind. The viral attackers are chasing us. I don't think they can be reasoned with. Normally, I have no trouble taking on all of them, but I can't use my full strength with Ferris nearby. Call us a taxi, pronto. I send an email. It's hot as hell in here. I'm falling asleep. I think you can just see that this part is like so skippable, you know. The running has made me thirsty. If this were May Queen, we'd have air conditioning and I could get something to drink. Yeah? Nothing. I just said the first thing that came to mind, but Ferris looks at me strangely. How do you know? Eh? She knows? GG, good night. Wait, there's something interesting here. How do you know the name of the maid cafe that was supposed to be open here, Nya? Eh? Oh, I know. We opened up the homepage for a little bit to the Postmate recruiting information. Nyan, did you see it? It was supposed to open? Ferris organized the cafe's plan and passed it through the conference. It was almost a done deal, nya. But at the last moment, Papa puts his paw down, and the plan died, nya. Papa is such a blockhead, nya. If he left the store to me, it would have been the best made cafe in all Japan, with costumes and aesthetic mates, nya. It would have been even pulled customers to Akiba from all over from in Ueno and Ikebukuro. It's such a waste, nya. Oh, Akihabara, I know, catered to fans of games, anime, and moe culture. The current Akihabara is still the electric town of O. This used to be the maid cafe, Maid Queen Nyan Nyan, but now it is a ramen shop. And if I remember correctly, Ferris wasn't this attached to Lionel Access Battlers on the previous world line. Ferris. No. Akiharu Miho. Hanya. You are Akiha's daughter and heir. So you go to Akihabara City Development Conferences too, right? Yeah? I don't attend, yeah. Yeah, it's the dad. Now you figure it out, man. Oh my god. It's so obvious. You don't? But didn't you say that? Did you say that before the world line changed? Papa is the one who goes to the conferences, yeah. Why would Ferris would have to go, yeah? Then why did you go to the conferences? Like I said, I don't, yeah. That's right, it makes no sense for a high school girl to participate in development conferences, much less be the mastermind behind the moeification of Akiba. Moe shops began to spring up around 2002, didn't they? Back then, Ferris was still 9 years old. Could this be a clue to the contents of Ferris' email? Your dad's into retro PC, right? Yeah, by the way, we still haven't found an IBM 500, yeah. Has your dad ever sold any or given one away? On another world line, Ferris' dad donated the IBM 500 to Yarborough Shrine. Or was it Ferris who did that? Never. Papa loves all the PC he's collected. He never get rid of one, yeah. Then why did he donate the IBM 500? Do you have any retro PC, Ferris? I don't get Papa hobbies at all. Ferris likes cosplay and anime and cute things, yeah. Oh. The reason the moe shops disappeared was because Ferris didn't participate in the city development conferences. I guess that's what the email was about. Let's say you participate in the city development ever since you were a child. I put moe shop all over Akiba, nya. Just visit Komima and you will see the wonder of otaku power, nya. I'm sure more people would visit Akiba there, nya. That aside, if you no longer wanted to participate after participating for all the time, how would you stop yourself in the past? Is this some sort of psychological test, nya? It's just a hypothetical question. Ferris ponders this for a while. A dramatic way would be perfect. What? Like you see on TV, nya. Ferris is weak to drama, nya. I probably got that from Papa, nya. Really? For example, if Ferris got kidnapped or... Suddenly Ferris falls silent. It's a dark room, I can't read her expression. Kidnapped? Ferris? What's wrong? Ferris suddenly clutches her head. My head hurts. Yeah. Hey, Kyoma. Ferris have been feeling funny since coming to this storehouse. Yeah. Even though I only came here once, back when I was a little kitten, it feels really nostalgic. Like I've been here many times. Yeah. You did. What does this mean? Is she messing with me again? No, this feels too real. Ah. Her face lights up, and then she grabs my arm. I remember. Remember what? I remember, yeah. The force of her declaration stifles my response. May Queen Nyan Nyan. Ui! Ui! Wow! Okay. Also, so it is possible actually. Somehow. Kyoma and Daru Nyan Nyan were regular customers, Nyan. And Mayoshi worked here too, Nyan. Really? You really remember that? Ferris nods. And how Kyoma and Daru talked about the time machine and the store, and how I asked to use it in return for helping find an IBM 500, and how later I convinced Kyoma and Darunian it was weird to compare time to a river, and how I took blood oath to become a lab man. Cool. I almost forgotten those things myself. And the email? Do you remember what you sent? Ferris lets out a sigh. Her smile suddenly disappears. Don't tell me that's all she remembers. Or was she tricking me again? I remember. But you said you have to cancel it, yeah? Yes. I need to undo the changes made to the past by your email. You can't, yeah. Ferris shakes her head violently and presses her body against me again. We are alone in this dim storehouse. I can feel her hot breath against my cheek. There is no one here to see us. We are safe. I feel myself getting excited at her proximity. No, I need to keep my cool. You can't undo it. Yeah. Please listen, Ferris. Mayuri's life depends on it. Huh? Mayushi's? If we don't return the world line to normal, if I don't get that IBM 500, then Mayuri will die. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's the truth. So please, I need to send another email and cancel one the wish Ferris made with her email. Ferris cuts in as if to silence me. Her eyes are wet, reflecting the dim light. The wish Ferris made was to save Papa, who died 10 years ago. Yeah. Huh? Now you figure it out, man. Oh my god. What? I exchanged the past where Papa died for a past where he didn't die. Yeah. You mean that kind-looking man, her father, died 10 years ago? That's consistent with everything, now that I think about it. Ferris really has remembered her email. Now that I know the result, all I have to do is send the cancellation email. But it's not so simple. I need to cancel the email that prevented her father's death 10 years ago. Isn't that the same as killing him again? It's fine to me, man. I hear the door open and quickly cover Ferris's mouth with my hand. Is Ferris really hiding in here? Someone saw two people who looked like them go inside. Crap. Someone saw us? We need to do something. If they call their friends, We are done for. Shit, not now. The viral reacted to the ringtone. I pressed the encore button and shoved the phone into my pocket. But it's too late. They already heard it. Hey, we found you! You can't escape! With brass knuckles in hand, one of the men starts grinding, bearing his canines. We are suddenly driven to the wall. Damn it! Is this the end? It's over. We are done for. Huh? Oh no! 4 degrees Celsius got run over by a car near. Ferris shouts and points to the window. What? 4 degrees sun. 4 degrees Celsius sun. Ferris rushes recklessly at the bewildered man. Also, I thought she actually just slips between them. I follow. We race down the stairs at a breakneck pace. Nice feint, Ferris. However, we are not getting away. Get them! Crap. We were headed for the lab, but got ambushed. Oh no. Soon Ferris and I are surrounded by men with the fires of hatred burning in their eyes. Yeah. We got you now. The crowd parts down the middle, and 4 degrees Celsius steps forward, wearing a hat. I'll tell you one thing. You can't escape my totally bad black aura. I shield Ferris with my body. 4 degrees Celsius cracks his knuckles and smiles. I always fight the system, and once again, my evil story ends in perfect victory. Stop. Don't you lay a finger on me. The only thing I can do is to stop faltering is to go into cold coma mode. If you take another step, the power in my right arm will break free. Always at the front line of the scene stands one man. That one man is the peacock flapping his black wings. Yeah, calm down, right arm of mine. No, the seal is coming undone. Run away, all of you. Your lives are in jeopardy. I'll elegantly floor you with my crazy dance. The one chosen by the blackjack wings is none other than I. No, my right hand. My right hand. Please stop. I don't want to kill anymore. Hey, what the hell is he doing? Something strikes the top of my head. One of the virals threw a can at me. Don't let him trick you. He's just a textbook Chunibyo case. Yeah, like you guys can talk. Whatever, just kick his ass. Well, then prepare yourselves. Releasing restrictions. Before I can finish, 4 degrees Celsius kicks me in the solar plexus. Kill man! He grabs the top of my head and knees me repeatedly. Finally, he lets go of my hair. I start coughing as soon as I hit the ground. Next, 4 degrees Celsius lays into me with heavy kicks to the head and the body. I raise my arms to protect my face. I told you, man. The coldest ice burns. That's frostbite, you idiot! Why you? He starts stomping on me with his booted heels. Kyoma! All I can feel is pain. I abandon all thought and wait for the storm to pass. Stop it, yeah! Don't hurt Kyoma anymore! Don't tell me what to do! I only listen to the whisper of Gaia. 4 degrees Celsius grabs my thumb in both hands, then he starts to twist. Stop it! Someone! Help! I hear a sound, a car's exhaust, the honking of a horn. A limousine barrels into the alleyway at a terrific speed. Everyone screams and scatters to avoid it. The smell of burned rubber. Tire tracks on the asphalt. The limousine stops right in front of my fallen body. The back door opens. Get inside! Papa! But I can't even stand up. There's no strength in my body left. My vision's blurry too. Slender arms wrap around my body, pulling me towards the car. The soft scent of citrus tickles my nose. Hang in there, Nia. I let her help me into the limousine. Wait. Yeah, you're not getting away. The door shuts, cutting off his shouting. The car speeds off like a bullet. There is a softness under my head. This wouldn't have happened if you just skipped this part, man. You know? It would have been much easier. We are inside the limousine. My head is resting on Ferris' lap. Every inch of my body feels like it's on fire. At the same time, there's a terrible cold in my bones. I can barely hear. My ears are ringing. The urge to vomit has receded at least. They really messed me up. According to Ferris' dad, he was racing to UPX to congratulate Ferris when he saw us. A fortunate coincidence indeed. Is this also the choice of Steins Gate? I really need to thank you, Okabe-kun. Thank you for protecting my daughter. Protecting? I'm no hero. If I had the strength, I would prostrate myself right now before this man. I was unable to do anything against those guys. I was pathetic. Absolutely not. You saved my daughter's life. He shakes his hand firmly in gratitude. Oh, Papa. I thought I told you not to push yourself since you've got important work to do. You should have listened to me, nya. Ferris looks happy as she says that. However, I recall what Ferris told me in the ramen shop. The wish Ferris made was to save Papa, who died 10 years ago, nya. If that's true, then to return to the original world line, I have to erase her father, to kill him, essentially. I always keep my promises to you, Rumiho. I made that decision long ago. Papa, thank you, nya. The limousine soon reaches Ferris's home. So you are looking for an IBM 500? Oh, you have it? Then I don't have to do all this shit. That's right. I heard you were an enthusiastic retro PC collector. Do you know anything about it? I end up eating dinner at Ferris's apartment. Ferris's father was extremely grateful to me and invited me up. I would have been okay with just borrowing the shower, but he even prepared me a change of clothes for me, and he even told me I could stay since it's still dangerous to go outside. During the meal, I tried asking about the IBM 500, ignoring the pain I still feel throughout my body. It's quite unusual for a man your age to know about the IBM 500. He smiles when I bring up his hobby of collecting old PCs. I did have one. I gave it away though. You gave it away? Yeah. I had a compelling reason. I glances at his daughter. Ferris keeps eating her meal silently. Did you donate it to Yalola Shrine? To a shrine? No. No? All this strength drains from my body. Were my efforts for nothing? I don't think Hashida-san. Oh, is Suszuha. I don't think Hashida-san, who entrusted the IBM 500 to me, could ever forgive me for what I did. Oh. Oh wait, Suszuha did find one, but he gave it to this guy. And then in the original timeline, because he died, right? Before he died, he donated it. Hashida? As in Hashida Suzu? Fairy says that not. Suszuha's pseudonym. My pulse rises instantly upon hearing that name. She did it. She found an IBM 500. She brought it to Akiba. She completed her mission. Tears welled up in my eyes. I bite them back. This is an old story. A story from before my company got as big as it is. Rumiho was kidnapped. The kidnapper demanded an unthinkable ransom. Oh. Yeah, we had to undone it then. We had to undone it. There's no way. Maybe I should have mortgaged my company instead. But at that moment, someone appeared, like a godsend, offering a large sum of money to buy my IBM 500. I sold it, which gave me enough to prepare Rumiho's ransom. Let's not talk about that, man. For some reason, Fairy's face turns red with embarrassment. If I had to say, her dad seems really happy to tell this story. Not something you'd expect from a kidnapping story. Who was the buyer? A French businessman, I believe. I think I still have his contact information. Would you like it? I politely declined the offer. There's no way the IBM 500 will arrive from France in time. I doubt we could afford to pay for it anyway. No, it wasn't normal people. It was CERN. They orchestrated this. Plus, there's a high possibility the buyer is related to CERN or to the Rounders. I clenched my fist, then opened it again. Why won't you return to me, IBM 500? It's well past midnight and I'm still awake. My body hurts so much to sleep. And then there's the question eating at my mind. What should I do? How can I cancel the email that saved Fairy's father? My encounter with the man himself has given birth to unnecessary internal conflict. I am about to steal Fairy's father away from her. I need to do it to save Mayuri. But does that give me the right to play God? Well, I hear a knock, and then the door opens. Kill man. Oh, Fairies? Still awake? May I come in? Normally Fairies would have added Nia to the end of the question. Without waiting for my answer, Fairies steps inside. Then she sits next to me on the bed. She's not wearing her cat ears. Thanks for earlier. When the viral gang started chasing me, I was really scared. Does she have a fever or something? Why is she talking normally? She usually pretends to be a cat girl. Does this mean she's not using her Fairies persona now? Is this the real Akiharu Miho? It's actually refreshing to hear Fairies talk normally like this. It excites me for some reason, like she's showing me a side of herself that no one has ever seen. That was the first time I ever felt such light emotion from a huge crowd of people. Those guys were obsessed with black. She slaps me in the knees lightly. Come on. I'm trying to be serious. What? What? Even her retort is normal. The person sitting in front of me isn't a cat year mate, and she isn't the Linet champion. She's just a normal girl. Does it still hurt? No. I'm fine. Kyoma. I mean, Okabe-san. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there. I shiver just thinking about it. Don't correct yourself like that. Just call me what you usually do. Fairy sighs. Anyway, Kyoma, I can't thank you enough. Thank you, honestly. You know, Kyoma, you are my prince. Prince? What's with this? What's with the fairy tale talk? She's giving me goosebumps. This call for hoeing, Kyoma. I'm not a prince. I'm an insane mad scientist and... Oh, before I finish, Ferris throws herself on top of me. Ah. She wraps her arms around me tightly. Ferris? I want you to call me Lumiho. Wow. No. Ferris is Ferris, remember? This is bad. Well, what do I do? What's Ferris want? Hey, I think it's time to end this. Oh. You went back in time and risked your life to save me. So, I want to grant your wish too. But I swallowed the rest of my words. Granting my wish would mean erasing her father's existence. My heart aches. It was like this with Suszuha too. I erased everything that Suszuha had shared with us in 2010, including her memories of meeting her father. I think Suszuha is much sadder than her. It's not even like up for comparison, you know. I did it for the sake of my personal goal, to save Mayuri. Must I once again sacrifice someone else's dream? It was on my 8th birthday. Still clinging to me, Ferris looks down and begins her story. I wanted Papa to take a break from work so he could spend time with me. Papa's company wasn't as big back then, so he worked every day, from morning till night. I never got to see him. The present I wanted the most was for him to spend one whole day with me. And Papa promised. He promised that he'd spend the entire day with me, no matter what. But something came up, and he had to break his promise the day before. I was so afraid that Papa didn't really love me. So on my birthday, I ran away from home. I wanted to make Papa worry. Ferris pauses for a time. Then she looks up at me and continues with tears in her eyes. The plane Papa was on made a bad landing. Only one person died in the accident. Everyone else was unarmed. Don't tell me that one casualty was Papa. Huh. That was before the world line changed. I couldn't believe the world would be so cruel to me. I hate you, Papa. You should just die. Those were the last words I ever said to him. Well, and that's how our relationship ended. Forever. Fuck, man. I can hear the tears in her voice. I love him, so why? Why did I say those things to him? I always felt guilty because of what I said. I always wish I could go back in time, change what happened. Then you fake guide us to each other. When I heard you talking about your time machine, I thought I was being given a chance. Fairies, Numiho, that's enough for today. You don't have to say anything anymore. Nah, let me finish. Fairies doesn't let go of me. She sniffles and wipes away her tears, putting on a smile. I'm okay now. Papa came to save me, so I know how much he really loves me. I really enjoyed having this time spent with him. It was like a gift to us from heaven. But now, you need to change things back to the way they were. But Mayoshi is a very important friend to me. If Mayoshi is in danger, I'll do anything to save her. Aww. Wow. Oh fuck, I skipped it. Fuck. I'm sorry. Weren't you listening? This current reality isn't reality at all, but rather a gift to my father and me. Or maybe I should call it a dream. Papa doesn't belong in this time. You are just turning things back to normal. Thank you for letting me have this dream, Hyoma. Are you really okay with that? Ferris buries her face into my chest. Actually, I'm not okay with all at all. I remember how things were before the world changed. But I also remember how everything was after the world changed, you know? I'm actually kind of freaking out right now. See, this is what the time thing does to people, you know? Like, she's having this, right? Imagine me, you know, having this time and time and time again. Okabe really came a long way, man. What happened before the change and after the change are all mixed up inside me. I don't know which one is real anymore. But if I try to fight it, it'll just make you sad, won't it? I don't want to make you sad. You're my prince after all. We can do something. There might be a world where you don't lose your dad and Mayuri doesn't have to die. If you try, it's okay. I've accepted it. I don't want to run away anymore. Cool. It seems like both Suszuha and Ferris like accepted their fate, you know, and then like they just have to not do the travel. There's nothing I can say to that. So instead, I tightly embraced her slender body. Thank you. Hey, is it okay if I cry a bit before we change things back? Is it okay if I cry for Papa? She's already crying, but I don't say anything. Instead, I silently nod. Ferris's body trembles with emotion as I hold her. Her father is sleeping in the room next door, so she probably doesn't want him to hear. She cries into my chest, muffling her sobs. Well, shit, it's almost noon. I feel dizzy. It's like my brain is rusty. My whole body is heavy with fatigue. The pain from my wounds has subsided. Thankfully, but in the end, I couldn't sleep a wink. I promised Ferris that we'd commence the operation at noon. Until then, we wait at Ferris's apartment. I've already contacted Daru and the others back at the lab. I told them we're performing an experiment today. Kyoma. Ferris. I can see the traces of her tears on her face. The sight makes my heart ache. I'll go say last goodbyes to Papa now, Nyan. Oh? Her usual speaking habits return to the second she donned her cat ears. What a nifty piece of equipment. Let me be alone with Papa for a while, Nyan. Maybe I should say sorry. But I say nothing to Ferris's back as she heads to her father's study. By the time Ferris finishes her farewells with her father and comes out of the study, the phone wave name subject to change settings are already complete. I contact Daru at the lab and make sure the Bronze Tube Workshop CRT 42-inch CRT is turned on. Now all we have to do is send an email. But I hesitate. Instead of meeting Ferris's eyes, I look down at my feet. Eternal separation from her father. I wonder what Ferris is thinking now. Don't be like that, Kyoma. You've done nothing wrong, Nyan. But... Nyan. No more talking, Nyan. Okay. I can't stay sad when Ferris is trying to cheer me up. I steel myself for what I need to do. Yesterday, just before she left the room, Ferris told me the contents of the first email she sent. 800 million for your kid. Take the train. What does that mean? That mail stopped her father from getting on the airplane. As a result, he didn't die. That wasn't the only effect it had on the timeline. Her father needed to sell the IBM 500 to prepare the 100 million yen ransom. As a result, Ferris never donated the IBM 500 to the Lower Shrine. With her father alive, Ferris didn't participate in Akihabara's city development conference. Otaku-oriented businesses never took root in Akiba. Oh, because she had to donate it, right? So I guess it is like necessary that we do this. Like all this plot is actually necessary. Well, shit. May Queen Yan never opened. Ferris wasn't as busy, which allowed her to join the Linet tournament circuit. In other words, this World Line's Ferris has a normal life. On the World Line I came from, Ferris was not only a student, but also the heir to her father's company, an influential member to the Akihabara Development Board, and a part-time maid waitress. Which life is better for her? Which will give her greater happiness? That's not my decision, it's hers. And her decision is to return to the way things were. I'm just here to have her wake up from this dream. Ferris has already entered the cancellation email. JK on ransom. I love you, Papa. See you soon. Ah, shit. These are Ferris' true last words to her father. When we change things back, will my memories of this world disappear, Nyai? Of course not, you remember. You're lying, man. Are you serious? You have the memories from both worlds right now, don't you? I don't think you will, man. Is that why you were so desperate to help Ferris? Yeah. That's open to your interpretation. I feel my cheeks get warm, so I hang my head to hide my face. Ferris doesn't want to forget her time with Kyoma, yeah. Oh, thank you. I take Ferris' phone. I'm sorry, Ferris. I lied to you. When we change things back to the way they were, your memories of this world line will almost certainly disappear. Perhaps another miracle will happen, you regain your memories of this world line too, but I can't be sure. There are no guarantees. And so, I will engrave these memories onto my heart. The memory of Ferris, the Linet champion. The memory of her father, who gave thanks to a stranger like me for protecting his daughter. I'll carry them for you, always. Bye bye, Papa. It must be done, for my early sake. I must erase Ferris's memories, just as I did Suszuha's. Thank you, Ferris. Oh, it changed more. I thought it would go back. 0.45. Fractal and draw gadgets. What? How is he back at the lab? I thought he should be still in Ferris' apartment. My head spins. I feel faint. Slowly, the world reasserts itself. Alright. Well, cool. We got through another heavy-hearted scene today. It's not as heavy-hearted as the one last time, as Suszuha. Suszuha was heartbreaking, to be honest. But this one was a bit better, but still, it's a bit heavy. So yeah, lots of stuff happened today. Fun stuff. We are undoing the previous mistakes we made from changing the timeline. I don't think undo is the right word, but like, you know, we just mistakes is the right word maybe, because I don't know what was mistake anymore, man. I can't really say those are mistakes, but for Miley they are. So yeah, but the quest for Miley still goes on. We managed to reset Ferris's change to the world line, which is to bring back his father, which apparently if the father doesn't bring back if the father doesn't come back, the father will actually die, and then Ferris will inherit the stuff, and then she will donate the PC to Lolo Shrine. So that's what we needed, because that's where I got it from. We need to restore it to exact point, but I'm sure that we actually still won't get the IBM 500 next in this chapter, because I mean just speculating. This chapter is probably about Lukaku and Moika maybe, but I don't think this will change. This will make the IBM 500 come back, because before Ferris sent the email, we already lost the IBM 500, so this shouldn't make any difference. But we do need this chapter to happen, because Ferris had to donate it, because if not, then I wouldn't have get it. So the father had to die, so unfortunately. But yeah, this is all for my early sake. Yeah, so pretty heavy stuff, but it's a sacrifice worth making, I guess. Even Ferris says so. So yeah. So I'll call this a day, and leave the chapter for next session. Yeah. So if anyone is still watching, thanks for joining us tonight, and it's been great fun. Not heavy fun. So yeah. Thanks for watching, tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.